Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Hormel Stadium in Medford for today's 2022 football opener between the Wilmington High School Wildcats and the Arlington Catholic Cougars. First game of the season. We had to move the venue today. It was scheduled to be a home game for the Wildcats, but the track and the field isn't quite ready yet at Wilmington High School Alumni Field. My name's Chris Neville. Welcome to today's broadcast on WCTV, along with my partner, Jim Boyle. Jim, a lot of open holes to replace in the football field this coming season for the Wildcats. We had 23 graduating seniors last year. What do you think is going to happen this year for the Wildcats?
Well, first we can look back to last year, the 21 season. We went to the playoffs last year. We won a game down in Middleborough and lost a game in Foxborough.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Hormel Stadium on this beautiful day.
So again,
to open up the 2022 football season.
We're blessed here live to be right underneath
the take on your Arlington Catholic
PA
Cougars.
guy here, but it'll be good for Coach Turner. He's rotate things through. He's going to start a freshman quarterback today. We look to get a little bit of generating offense with the big offensive line that we have. And I think I'm going to wait now for a second till this guy is finished.
Arlington Catholic are Isaiah
we will apologize
Osgood,
here as we
Brendan Bertolami, Nick Gallagher,
get ready.
We're
about ready for the
and
coin
Aiden
flip.
Gomez.
Like I said, with the Wildcats, it's really going to be a little used. He's going to integrate some new players. He's got some returning skill players. He's got a big offensive line. Defense could be some question marks. It's really a good start for us to play Arlington Catholic instead of like Bill Ricker to start the season.
Well, you know, the coach is mildly optimistic. He has some good talented players, as you mentioned, so we'll see how today's game goes. It's kind of a sparse crowd on hand here at Hormel Stadium. And we'll hopefully be able to hear us for the rest of the game. We'll be back with the opening kickoff of today's game right after this.
The MIA asks you to remember the importance of sportsmanship for fans and for players alike, as respecting the officials and respecting each other. Enjoy the game on this beautiful day.
Oh, I can hear. Yeah. You should be able to hear each other. Yeah, we can hear each other.
Could you hear them nice and clear? I can hear them. Yeah, you got to come with clear. I don't think that. Okay.
Wilmington wins the coin toss, but defers and will kick off to Arlington Catholic.
Okay, let me get down here. Yeah.
We begin.
Okay, Chris, Wilmington has won the toss and has deferred to the second half, which is he wants to put his defense out in the field first, which is interesting because he does have the freshman quarterback. So it'll be good for the Cats to get off on defense and see what they can do as we get ourselves squared away here at Hormel Stadium. Different new stadium for us, Chris. So it's we'll work out the kinks coming
Ladies
live.
and gentlemen, let us take off our caps, stand, and we honor America as senior Jenny Venant from Arlington Catholic is singing a rendition of the National Anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched was so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that a flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wow, wasn't that amazing? Thank you, Jenny. If anyone has a contract they want to sign Jenny, she's right here.
Well, welcome back live here to Hormel Stadium in Medford for today's game between the Wildcats and the Cougars from Arlington Catholic High School. We hope we get a very loud PA system directly over our heads. Hopefully that won't be distracting to today's broadcast. Once again, Jim and I are looking forward to bringing this season to you so that we can continue to cover Wildcat football through the coverage of Wilmington Community Television. Today's game is coming to you live. And it's going to be a touch-and-go season as we get started. As Jim mentioned, starting with a freshman quarterback, Colin Allard, at least for the first couple of games. There have been a few shifts and movement along the roster with player positions and things. So we'll try to learn those as we go, and hopefully we'll bring you some
kicking off
successful
for Wilmington is number 12, Hunter Sands.
So Sands kicking off, Chris. Like it's
back deep to receive for Arlington Catholic.
Wouldn't be surprised if a coach has a trick up his sleeve here. Who knows? Last year we kicked a lot short to avoid the long returns. So it'll be interesting. To choose to go on defense with a freshman quarterback makes sense.
Thomas Driscoll. Where's the numbers here? Oh, over here. And Captain Thomas Driscoll.
And you're going to get the PA right over top of us, too.
Wildcats are lined up for the kickoff. Driscoll and, let's see.
Kicks it deep. Good job.
Nice long kick. Taken inside the 5, rolls into the end zone. Nice kick by Sands to start the game.
Yeah, that'll be good. That's a key weapon early on here. You got to get a player who can kick it that deep, eliminate that long returns, which we were sort of susceptible to last year. So it's neat to have a person who can kick deep. And Wilmington will go on defense. This is where a lot of replacements have been made by the coach. And so they're big up front. It's going to be a lot of pressure on the linebacking and secondary crew. So, again, the first time we're getting a look at Arlington Catholic. Back to you, Chris.
Okay, we just got the roster a little while ago. But
Isaiah Osgood, number 2 is the quarterback.
Isaiah Osgood, co-captain quarterback, pitches it out to the right, complete to number 1. Gang tackle by the Wildcats. He picks up about 3, almost 4 yards on first down.
Complete to Christian
Febo made a good play. We'll have to wait. I'm not sure if that PA's bothering me. It might not be bothering you guys on air.
It will be 2nd and 6.
So quick pass here to the flank. 5 Febo, Christian Febo made a nice play on that stay. Everybody stayed in their spot. Wasn't fooled by anything. They're going to go spread offense.
Single setback, handoff, taken down in the backfield.
Captain Joseph Coleman with a tackle.
Tackled by number 15, Joseph Coleman.
Nice, good pursuit by Coleman from the linebacker spot.
3rd and 8.
I can see why Coach wanted to go on defense first here. He's got a good kicker, good penetration there. Defensive line. Coleman, a captain. I think he's like a 3-year starter too, Joe. So it'll be you count on your veteran players. This is a big play here. Try to stop Arlington Catholic.
3 receivers split out wide to the right. 3rd and about 12 yards. Pressure's on. The ball is tipped but caught. However, brought down just shy of the first down marker. It's going to be at the 29-yard line.
To number 5.
Well, that's a horrible look spot.
Brendan Bertolami, and it's close to a first down.
It's going to be 4th and about a foot. We'll see if the coach goes for it.
I would imagine here opening day is going to go for it. That play was just a matter of pursuit. Everybody went with the wideouts on 3 side, and they just slid the back right underneath. No coverage. Linebackers probably dropped too deep. We'll have to look at the film on that, but it's a good learning experience for everyone out there.
Coach Dave Wilcox elects to go for it. 4th and a foot at their own 29-yard line. Osgood in the shotgun, single running back. And there's an illegal procedure call against Arlington Catholic, which is going to force
penalty,
a 4th down and 6.
Illegal procedure on Arlington Catholic. That will make it 4th and 5.
And that should bring up a punt formation for the Cougars.
You would expect, Chris, but you never early in the season. There's a definitely what you'll see early in the year is offensive line movement like that, offsides procedure stuff. It's stuff that you don't really get to work on in camp as much, live, real game action. Big break for the Cats there, so they'll go back on defense, back in punt formation. Connor Lovell, 21, a sophomore, and Michael Lawler, 11, the up backs. Lovell was a JV center fielder for me last year on baseball. Be interesting to see how he tracks the ball here football-wise.
Kick is away. It's end over end, comes down about midfield, hits a Wildcat, and it looks like it may be recovered by Arlington Catholic in midfield.
Flex off a Wilmington player.
Mistake there by
covered by Arlington Catholic.
Early season mistakes aren't what you want, Chris. There, number 2, Rivera got hit by that punt, unaware of his situation and where he was. Surprised Lawler there as a senior Lawler, with all the experience that he has. I think Michael's a junior, sorry. With all the experience, Michael's like, he didn't shout to keep you to run out. So now you keep your defense on the field again.
Illegal touch by Wilmington.
Pick up of 25 yards here, and the fumble was recovered by Arlington.
50-yard line.
So the Cougars start with their second possession of the game after the misfire at midfield. Osgood, single setback in the backfield. That's Brendan Bertolami, number 5. A little bit late on the chains being brought across the field. Early season jitters for everybody. Osgood stands at his own 45, takes a snap, looks downfield, quick pass complete to number 13, down to the 42-yard line, Nick Gallagher.
13, Nick Gallagher.
And they're going to go a little quick. Chris, that was set up. They're just sliding that slot back right into the middle of the zone, in between the safeties and the linebackers. Wilmington's going to have to recognize that and come up a little bit quicker.
2nd and 3. Wildcats jump offside for an offside penalty to give Arlington Catholic a first down.
5-yard penalty. It'll be an Arlington Catholic first down.
Great stop on the first series, Jim, and now a couple of misfires by the Wildcats.
Yeah, early season mistakes. Those are ones you don't want to see. You don't want to be jumping off. There's no reason to jump off sides. This will be a first down. They haven't even moved the chain, so it's going to be we're going to have a hold up here till they get the change move. But again, the Cats, the biggest mistake is being not clearing the punt and getting hit in the fly, turning the ball over inside their 50. So now they're going to have to make a stop defensively.
4 wide receivers to the right, handoff inside. Good stop, good pursuit by the Wildcats.
No gain. 2nd and 10.
Second inside run play for Arlington Catholic that was not successful. Wilmington really doing a good job plugging up that those holes in the interior of the line. Now it's going to really stop that quick passing game, which has been trouble for them. Everything they've thrown has come near side here to us. Right-handed quarterback, and your 3 guys over here for Arlington Catholic have seemed to be able to get into the space in the zone that's open.
Back to pass. Osgood complete. Down inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line.
Isaiah Osgood
close to a first down.
Third play in a row. Third time in a row that play's been successful. I wonder if the Cats have to make some kind of adjustment to that.
Nicky Gallagher.
It's just a really quick slant route, and
good
it's being
for
caught.
9 yards, and it's 3rd and
Quarterback's doing a good job reading that as well, getting the ball out quick. And again, that could be experience. I'm not sure where their quarterback is with the experience level, but he's doing a really good job reading that play, and the Cats have been slow to adjust here. Weak side defensive back. A little different look here.
2 wide receivers on either side. Back to pass. Pressure's coming. Skips out. Finds some running room down the right sideline. Inside the 20 to the 10. Inside the 5 and knocked out of bounds. Right at the 5-yard line.
He's knocked out of bounds. Great scramble by Isaiah Osgood.
Captain Peter knocked him out. And again, he gets the space. He's going to use his athleticism, his speed. So the Cats are really not going to like the way this first part of the quarter went. Made a good stop on the first drive, and there have been wide open spaces here for Arlington Catholic here in the second drive, and this quarterback is really controlling the game as well.
1st and goal from the 5.
23-yard gain by Osgood. Brings the Cougars inside to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal.
See if to do a quick post to 33 here and get behind the backers here. Missed snap.
Maybe a little illegal procedure on the part of the
Illegal
front
snap.
line.
Arlington
Sets them back
Catholic.
5.
5-yard penalty.
So that'll give them a little more breathing room defensively for the Cats. So
Second and goal
they have to
from
go
the
10, but Cats have not been able to defend that at all yet in this first drive. So I would look real quick slant pass on the right side, the weak side here, because they're going to be weak side. See if that comes open. And it has been open for Arlington Catholic all drive.
So first a goal from the 10. Fakes handoff.
Should be a hole.
Left man is open, and it's going to be complete in the end zone. Touchdown. Complete to Malachi
Touchdown,
McClure.
Arlington Catholic. That's Malachi McClure on a pass from Isaiah Osgood.
So they have totally taken advantage of the turnover, and they've really taken advantage of the inexperience in defensive backfield for the Wildcats as well. It looks like they've not been able to stop the passing game of Arlington Catholic. The two stops they had, the three stops they've really made here have been on the trying to run the ball into the interior, and they look to kick the extra point.
Alex Nelbandian in to attempt the extra point.
On for the extra point. Holding is Thomas Driscoll.
We got the PA, we got the planes, Chris. We got everything going here.
Yeah, we're in the flight path of Logan Airport. That's really comforting. Ball down, snap is...
And the kick
snap.
is
Ball
good.
Down, kick is good. So Arlington Catholic jumps out to a quick 7-0
Arlington Catholic
lead here
takes
at
a 7-0
Hormel Stadium.
lead in the first quarter.
Today's live broadcast on Wilmington Community Television. Thanks for joining us, and be aware that next Friday night, the first home game at Alumni Field in Wilmington. They'll be playing Greater Lowell High School. And then if things all come to fruition, the following weekend on Friday night, we'll be all traveling over to Billerica High School, where Coach Turner's alumni Billerica Indians will play host to the Wildcats in the third week of the season, another non-league game.
Chris, not the way you want to start your first 5 minutes of your season. You get a good five-play drive. You stop them, they punt. Punt was short. Hit Wilmington defensive player, hit him in the air and recovered by Arlington Catholic. They took the ball 50 yards in about 6 plays. They've obviously found seams in the defense, and they're going to throw like this. It's going to be a long afternoon for our defense unless some kind of a change gets made defensive backfield-wise. So we'll get a chance to go on offense for the first time, only down 7-0, but not the way I would have scripted those first 5 minutes. So we'll see what happens going forward with our offense.
Connor Level is number 21, deep back for the Wildcats, along with, looks like
Lawler, 11.
Mike Lawler on the far side.
So again,
Alex Levanian, a kickoff for AC.
Kicking game in high school is extremely important. And we actually did a good job on our first kickoff.
Lawler.
And now it'll be interesting to see what kind of kicker each high school has.
Nabandian kicked it far and long over the goalpost for the extra point. Let's see what happens now. Steps into the ball. It's a low liner. Going to be picked up, popped up in the air. Taken by Lawler, who's up to the 20. Fights his way out to the 25-yard line where he's taken down there. So the Wildcats will take over 1st and 10.
Ball returned by Michael Lawler.
Just a slight mistake there by the up back. Let that one roll through. It's either going to spin out of bounds or Lawler's going to have a much easier chance to pick it up and be in stride. I mean, the special teams play on the receiving end, Chris, has not been executed that well right now, and they're going to have to clean that up if they're going to be successful.
Bill Lovell.
So we're about to see the first action of freshman quarterback Colin Allard, number 6. I think.
They got Lawler back there as quarterback. Yeah. Nope, Lawler's in the slot. That is Allard.
Man in motion, handoff.
LeBlanc.
41 on the carry.
It's
Peter LeBlanc. LeBlanc is tackled by Luca Manicha.
Again, last year that was a play they ran a lot with Gavin Erickson. So again, you got to have it's going to be a quick speed handoff, and your line has to slant block down. And again, they were beaten interiorly by the defensive line of Arlington Catholic. So again, it's a negative yardage. You don't want to go negative, but especially with a freshman quarterback, you start from behind. Coach Turner has a lot of confidence in this kid, Colin Allard, to run the show.
Second, a little over 13 yards to go. Hand off up the middle. Lawler
Hand off to
slides
number
out to the
11.
right, picks up about 3 yards.
Michael Lawler. That's good for a gain of 3, and it'll be third.
So we
and
thought
10.
going into the season, the advantage the Cats would have would be they were big up front.
Tackled by number 33.
If they're going to be big up front, they're
Driscoll.
going to have to be able to run the football in situations like this and like that. And again, they lost 5, picked up 5. So now you got your young quarterback in a hole. It's a tough situation on 3rd and long, but again, he's quarterbacking there for a reason, and they have a lot of confidence in this kid. So I wouldn't be shocked to have see them try to throw to one of the slot backs over the middle.
Sands and split wide on the left side. Pass is intended.
Yeah.
Complete. Number
Great catch
81,
by number
Noah
81,
Spencer
Noah
completes at the
Spencer.
45-yard line.
That's Noah Spencer, 81, another JV baseball player of mine. Chris, he played for me this last spring. So a nice run. The tight end coming across gives the quarterback an opportunity to read what he's got from his up backs. And then Noah
Pass from
Spencer, where they ran a good route, was almost double teamed, made a great catch in traffic for the first down.
Threaded the ball through. Very important
number
first down
6
for the
freshman
Wildcats.
Brady Cabral. 1st and 10 for Wilmington on the 45.
2 receivers left. Hand off inside to Lawler again. Sprints to the
Michael
right.
Lawler on the carry.
Picks up about 2 yards. Taken down at the 47.
Okay, I think, Chris,
Second
it's
and
too
9.
early in the season for me to preach, but we want to go north-south, not east-west. We talked about that all last year. Once you see the hole, try to cut it up and take it deep. You can run. Lawler, really good running back for us. Ran a little bit too much east-west, and he probably ran like 15 yards there to pick up 2. So, good job by their defensive line to string that out, and their outside linebackers. But again, at some point, you got to be able to cut that up the seam and go north-south.
I am looking at the 3-man defensive line for AC, and they are huge. Double reverse handoff, completely snuffed
reverse
out.
to number 41. Peter LeBlanc is stopped in the backfield by number 76. Anish Felice.
Again, that's just the line is being dominated right now by these big guys for Arlington Catholic, and they are controlling line of scrimmage. So whenever we bring LeBlanc across on that counter move, they're already in the backfield. He's got nowhere to go. So again, adjustments will need to be made. We got good coaches up here behind us in the booth. They'll see what they're doing, and hopefully we can make that adjustment. But again, it's a learning experience. We got a lot of new players. It's a good opportunity for them to gain some type of offensive experience. But that was a second negative play of the drive.
3rd and long for the Wildcats. Once again, Sam, we're going to have a timeout call by the Wilmington coaching staff to think about what they want to do here on 3rd down.
It's early in the season for the officials too, Chris. So he pointed the wrong way initially, but we finally got that squared away. We have it.
Number 6.
Thank you.
Allard. Colin Allard.
Yeah, we got it.
Little discrepancy with the PA, Chris. They got the wrong rosters. Wilmington made a few quick changes last night to their roster. And the freshman quarterback Colin Allard is number 6. He was listed on the lineup as number 3 with Brady Cabral as 6. They switched Brady Cabral to number 1, and Colin Allard is now number 6. Just a real quick update on the quarterback situation. If you're following information from Jamie Pote in the paper, senior Jacob Roque is decided about 2 weeks ago he'd play football. He wanted to play football once again. Great athlete. He'll be in competition with Allard for the starting quarterback spot. So we could see some use of both quarterbacks, and Allard looks pretty sharp right now.
Allard back to pass, and he's slaughtered at the 35-yard line. Good pursuit by the outside linebacker. Going to bring a punt formation for the Wildcats. Bertolami on the tackle. Senior against the freshman, and quite a few pounds too.
Again, he had absolutely no opportunity. The right side of their left side of their line, our right side of our offensive line collapsed. The only thing he could do if you get a little more experience is just throw that ball out of bounds and away. But again, they were right on top of him. He had no room to maneuver. So again, special teams will come into play here.
Sands in punt formation. Driscoll is standing at his own 40-yard line for Arlington Catholic.
Andrew Rivera is
9
the
men on
punter.
the line of scrimmage.
They got the wrong punter, but that's okay.
And he gets it off.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Driscoll's got the ball at the 40, finds some running room on the right side. Good blocking down the sideline.
Driscoll.
And he's taken down at the 32-yard line.
To the 32.
Flag
Penalty
down.
marker on the play.
That'll probably be either a face mask block in the back. Kid got leveled here for Wilmington. We don't have instant replay here, but if you do have your, when you get this on tape, they did a good job coming back and blocking to the back. But that'll be probably, I don't know what they're going to call this here. They're talking to the Arlington Catholic coach.
I think there was just a question as to who they're going to be calling the penalty on. So
Again, they're going to go start in positive territory. I feel like I'm at Shea Stadium with the Jets taking off over top here, Chris. Let's go back to the 80s in Shea and have planes taking right over the flight pattern of LaGuardia, right over the stadium. It's an important call for the Cats here. If it's on Arlington Catholic, personal foul. So that'll give you 15 yards.
give the Wildcat defense a little bit of breathing room. 2:19 to go in the first quarter.
In important moments of the game, this will be one. Your defense is back out. They just went right through you on their second chance after a turnover. So now it's an opportunity. You got to really, they got to find a way. This quarterback has done a good job in finding the open man and reading it, and they just have to find a way to fill those gaps, play their defense a little better. And it looks like as they drop into, I don't know if they're in man-to-man or zone. We'll have to look, Chris, but they're going to have to. The defensive backfield is going to have to make a stop.
Thank goodness.
Okay, so the Arlington Catholic will take over at the Wildcat 48-yard line. Just a reminder, today's game is sponsored by Powered by Mayflower Rehabilitation Facility on Middlesex Ave, and we thank them for their sponsorship this year. First down, Osgood back to pass, sprints out to the right, man wide open, caught in stride at the 25 down the sideline, and he's into the end zone.
Touchdown, number 5.
Brendan Bertolami.
Brendan Bertolami with the touchdown.
Again, Cats have no answer
Pass from
in their
number 2.
secondary here for this passing
Isaiah
attack.
Osgood.
That kid was wide open. The pursuit was pretty good by the defensive line, but the receiver snuck in between our two people on that right side, and that's the second touchdown on that side of the field. So they've gone from throwing to the little slot here on the short side. They've gone wide side twice very successfully. They found something in Wilmington's defense they like, and they're exploiting it.
Now Banyan in again
Flag on the flag.
attempt the extra point. Another flag, another procedure. Or maybe a timeout by the officials, not sure.
Yeah, they're not going to move the ball, but again, like I said about 5 minutes ago, not the exactly way you want to start your season if you're Coach Turner. You know, they have really successfully thrown the football against us.
Kick is up and good. So with 2:03 left in the first quarter, it's up to 14-0 Arlington Catholic.
Actually, Chris, that wasn't a flag. That was somebody's yellow glove that was on the
Kick
field.
is successful by Alex Nalbanyan. Cougars 14, Wilmington 0.
The Coach Turner will try to regroup his troops on the sideline over there to see if they can come up with something, get a good sustained drive as we kind of close out the first quarter and start the second quarter here.
Yeah, ever since the muffed punt there, or the punt that hit it has been all Arlington Catholic offensively. Cats have that one big play on the pass to Spencer, and that's really been about it offensively. So it's like I said, it's a struggle. You're down 14-0. It's not even the end of the first quarter. You really have to keep them focused because you have shown the ability to stop them running the ball. Now you got to show the ability to stop them passing the ball. And on the offensive side, you really got to get your offensive line to work out a little bit better so you can open the lanes for your running game. You don't want to be with a freshman quarterback falling too far behind and having to count on him to lead you back because of he's got very limited experience. I mean, he's got 5 minutes of offensive varsity experience, but he's actually stood up pretty well. Colin Allard has here.
Lovell and Lawler again deep back for the Wildcats. Another squib kick. This one here
Let it
goes out of bounds. So that'll be a penalty on the play.
Flag on the kick.
Either be a re-kick or the ball come out to
Kick
I think
was out
the
of bounds.
35.
Cats will actually get good field position on that. They're discussing where to place the football. I'll tell you, Chris, when we're at home, we've got that official, the timekeeper up in the booth with us. He keeps us really informed on what the heck's going on. It's tough. We're sitting down in the stands here today, and
Yeah.
I miss having our timekeeper official to help us out, but they're going to put the ball in the 35, like you said. I think Mr. Neville here has watched enough football games to know where that spot's going to go. So Chris is powered by Mayflower as well.
Yeah, just don't bring out all the
First
errors
down
that I
on
make.
the 35 for Wilmington.
So back to the Wing-T offense with Lawler in the slot.
Allard keeps it, but he's stopped at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Colin Allard with the keep on the run. No gain.
That's one where you wonder if that's the read option. He has a chance to either hand that off to LeBlanc or to take it himself. And they have had absolutely no room to run here, either right, left, forward, backward. It's been really difficult. Offensive line is going to have to step up here and understand what their assignments are. Try to open up some space for your running backs.
Yeah, a lot of pursuit by that front seven of Arlington Catholic. They seem to be at the spot before the Wildcats can get there. Sand splits out wide to the right. Everybody else is in tight. Looks like Lawler in the slot. Finds good running room up the middle.
Perfect.
Across midfield down to the 49-yard line. Mike Lawler.
So there you go. Again,
Michael Lawler,
another
ball carrier.
example of running
First down
north-south.
Wilmington.
He took the ball. He saw the hole. He went in the hole. He didn't try to stretch anything out. He used his athleticism and his strength to pick up that about 11, 12 yards there. So no, more than that, actually, about 17-yard pickup, right? 13 yards.
Finally a good hole through the offensive left side of the Wildcats.
And he read that really well. That play worked. So now let's see if they can keep that idea going.
Brett Ebert now splits out wide to the left. Finally the ball into Arlington Catholic territory. Hand off to Lawler again. Finds running room again. Across the left tackle. Gained for about 6-7 yards.
There, you found
Michael
something.
Lawler, the ball
Found something that
carrier.
works. Coach Turner has, and now they're going to keep. Let's see if they continue to try to exploit
Second
that,
down and 2.
which is technically coming to the weak side here, and using the left side of your offensive line to open up room. And Lawler made 2 good reads there on the runs, and he's quick to the hole too. That's what you want to see.
So a relief. The Wildcats coming out 2nd and 4.
That'll be the end of the quarter, by the
And
way.
we do come to the end of the first quarter. Time
That's
runs
the
out.
end of the first quarter.
First quarter powered by
Cougars
Mayflower.
14, Wildcats 0.
So at the end of the first quarter, Arlington Catholic 14, Wildcats 0. We'll be back for second quarter action in a couple of minutes. I just want to make a quick speech. Today, some of you probably were aware a couple of weeks ago, the Wilmington athletic teams all joined the Wilmington Rotary Club down at Rotary Park for the annual Ice Bucket Challenge to benefit ALS research. Sponsored by largely by the Wakefield ALS Angel Fund. And for several years now, the Wilmington Rotary Club has had this fundraiser, and I think we've raised about $4,000 to go to the research being conducted by Dr. Brown out at the UMass Medical Center out in Worcester. Today, which is a live broadcast for us, but today, the 10th of September, we are holding the annual walk around Lake Quannapowitt. So if anybody watches this on tape, feel free to make a contribution to the angelfund.org out of Wakefield to try to see if we can finally come up with a cure for ALS. Getting ready to start second quarter action here, Jim. Wildcats have started to mount a little bit of a drive.
That's correct. There's good positive yardage. The last 2 times, Michael Lawler, they found something if you take the ball right at the defense instead of trying to go wide. So like I said, north-south, not east-west. It's going to be important for them to continue to maintain this kind of pressure, so because defensively they are really struggling. Just real quick, I know we're live over the channels in Wilmington. We're also live over our website. So if you have anybody out there who's listening, you can give us a shout out or a tweet or whatever, so we know that if you are watching, if we're doing a good job with the
Michael
coverage.
Lawler, the ball carrier.
Lawler powers forward
First
for a gain
down,
of about 4
Wildcats.
yards for a first down just inside the 40. Down to the 39-yard line. Good strong running by Michael. Now all of a sudden the gears have shifted a little bit.
Correct, and Lawler, they utilizing their best running back, and they're getting opportunity for him, and he's reading that hole and hitting the hole quick. Very important to hit the hole quick as it's there, and he's doing a great job. Michael is.
Ebert and Sands both split wide to the right. Hand off again. Nice, back to pass. And it is stopped for a gain of about a yard down to the 38-yard line. He had the ball, but the hole
Calling
very
Allard
quickly.
with the keeper. Tackled by number 33.
I'm not sure, Chris,
Thomas
that again,
Driscoll.
if that's a called QB keeper or if it's a read option for him. Both times he's
Second and
whatever
9
he
for the
is,
Wildcats.
whatever he's done, he's really slow to the hole if he's going to run that, and so we're going to speed up his decision-making process. There might have been a hole, but he was slow and it was collapsed quickly. So again, it's hard to say. He is a freshman quarterback, the first time he's played at this speed, so he's doing a good job. Let's see if he can figure that out as the game goes on.
And up
Fumble.
the middle, it loses it, and it's
Fumble on the
recovered.
play. Recovered by number 23. Lucas Mancia, Cougar football.
Luca Mancia picked up the loose ball on the 40-yard line where Arlington Catholic will take over.
Trouble with the handoff there, the exchange. And again, the second turnover for the Cats. Let's see if they can put some kind of a defensive stop here and keep this score at 14-0. 10 minutes left to play here in the second quarter.
So Wildcats have to find a solution on defense here before this game gets out of control.
Cougar football on
That
the
is
40-yard
correct,
line.
Mr. Level. And they're going to
Andy
keep throwing
Rivera
until we
alone,
can
yep.
stop them.
And
There you
this
go.
finally incomplete pass.
Osgood's pass to Nick Gallagher, incomplete.
Owen
Second
Cushing,
down and
number
10.
4, in the coverage over there on the far side.
Read that really well. They've still been late to the ball. The ball was a little overthrown, but again, that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to read that quick pass, and it has to be read by your defensive back. Most likely Cushing is a safety, and they got to really fill that quick because that's the one play that they ran successfully in the first drive, and now you got to be careful because he could pump fake and get somebody open deep. So you got to. It's really a thought process for your defensive backfield here.
So 3 wide receivers split out wide, back to pass. Pressure's on, but he escapes, still running. He's a big boy, brought down by a host of tacklers for no gain at the 40-yard line.
Osgood with the run, short gain, third down.
Good job staying in your lane there for the Cats. Didn't allow him to get space. Forced him to try to juke inside. Again, if you keep him running up the middle, there are going to be a lot more defenders there for for the Wildcats than there would be if you let him go outside. I apologize to our Wildcats.
Temple alumni here can't get the Owls out of his mind.
Temple on my brain right there.
Yeah.
So at least we're playing better than the Owls did last week.
Dempsey Murphy in on the tackle along with about 7 or 8 other guys at the end of the play. Brings up 3rd and 10 for
I'd
Arlington
watch this
Catholic.
right down below us, number 1 for them. He's
McClure.
done a double move, and they're not going to come this way. Got to get him. Nice
They got him in
play.
the backfield.
Osgood with the
That's
run.
Julian
Tackle
Sella.
Fourth down.
And we've got his family right next to us, and they're all excited. Great play, though. Really good penetration there. Stays with his head up, makes the tackle. It's exactly what they needed. If you were looking for what the doctor ordered, he ordered that sack right there, so they forced him to punt.
So about a 6-yard loss brings up 4th and 16.
Again, now let's see if we can execute the punt return correctly, get good field position. They showed they could run the football. I mean, that's a really good stop after a turnover for the Owls for the Wildcat defense. I am really bad today, Chris.
Lawler and Level. It's probably the noise in the PA system here. Lawler and Level back. Punt is away. It's high but not long.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
It bounces straight up.
Get out of the way.
Going to be blown dead at the 43-yard line of the Wildcats, so they'll have the ball 1st and 10. 8:35 to go in the first half.
Again,
Ball down by
it's great field position, but I don't like the
Wildcat first
punt return
down.
coverage. The minute the
Ball
ball's
on
in
the
there and you're not
42.
going to catch it, everybody in Wilmington on the white jersey should be way as far away from that football as they can get. You don't want to get bumped into it. You don't get blocked or anything like that. So that's important. But we're back on offense after the fumbled handoff situation. Let's see if they can get some more momentum going. 8:35 left to play here, Chris. In the first half. I'd like to get points on the board because we do get the kickoff to start the second half.
Sands and Ebert split wide to the right. Lawler in the backfield alone. Takes the handoff, goes over left tackle.
Good
Finds
job.
big running room
There you
across
go.
midfield down to the 40. Knocked out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Good run. by
Michael
Mike
Lawler with the run. First down, Wildcats.
Another really good read by Michael there. We get timeout for Arlington because they're getting beat up by
Timeout,
the run.
Cougars.
That run worked successfully. Lawler had holes open up the middle. So what the coach did there was they swung it out a little bit wider outside as Arlington Catholic most likely defensively was collapsing in the inside, thinking they're going to do that up the middle type of situation. And Lawler read that, got to the outside, and picked up big yards. He's having offensively, if they can get him in space like that, they're going to be successful. But like I said, very important here in the last 8 minutes to put some points on the board before we get to halftime. And then it seems like we can tighten up the defense a little bit as well.
We've mentioned several years now, we're always looking for help down at Wilmington Community Television with help televising the games. We need camera people. We need some people to help with some of the equipment, scoreboard. If anybody might be interested in getting involved, especially if you have an underclassman that's participating in some of the sports, but you want to feel involved, reach out to George at Wilmington Community Television. That's George at WCTV.org, and he can provide you some training. You can get on the mailing list, and you can help us out at a lot of the broadcasts. We're hoping to do a multiple camera shoot at most of the home games this year. Obviously a one camera shoot. In fact, I want to shout out to Sean Tivnan, who's our one cameraman up there today. Kind of an away game, even though it was supposed to be a home game. So if you're in a position, we're down at 10 Waltham Street up in North Wilmington, 978-657-4066. Reach out to George. He'll be happy to set you up and put you on a schedule. Maybe you can give us a hand in some of these sports broadcasts this year. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the 39. Direct snap to Lawler, and he's tripped up after about an 8-yard gain, almost 9 yards, down to the 31-yard
Michael
line.
Lawler, the ball carrier.
A little extracurricular activity there for the behind the line scrimmage. We always like that. Again, Wilmington is.
Second down.
Coach Turner's done a good job in varying his offense. He's got Lawler at quarterback. Allard 6 is on the sideline, so they decided they're going to go with Lawler most likely at quarterback, with him making decisions, yes or no, whether run or pass. It gets him the ball quicker. It allows him to see and read. You don't have to deal with any struggle with the handoff. And right now, Michael Lawler has been all the offense here in the last 5 minutes for the Wildcats.
And in the backfield with Lawler is Nick Iasconi, number 24. Oh, bad snap.
Just pick it up.
Luckily, Smolinski, going back to the
LeBlanc,
numbers from last year,
LeBlanc.
Peter LeBlanc jumped on that.
Yeah, that was not a bad snap.
Fumble on the play.
That snap
recovered by Peter LeBlanc.
hit
Wildcat
LeBlanc as he was in motion.
Third down.
And not a good look.
3rd down and 13.
Timing was off there again. We're first game of the season. Timing issues you'll see, and some mistakes on the offensive line.
Looks like Allard's coming back in at the quarterback position. It's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and 13 or 14.
Again, here you want to. Again, we talked about this a lot. High school football. This is really important to pick up 5, 7, 8 yards so you can go for it on 4th down because you are in their territory. So it's really important here to make good decisions and try to pick up a little bit of a chunk here. You do not have to pick the 13 yards up right here, Chris.
3 receivers left. Oh, man.
Now you're going to have to punt.
I think Allard held the ball a little
Quarterback
too long.
sack by Thomas Driscoll.
All-out charge by the defense.
4th down.
Took him down high.
That one didn't feel too good either for Colin. Again, I think one of the things that he'll learn, and he's going to have to be a lot quicker with getting rid of the ball. That was, I don't know, I was watching the quarterback play. I didn't watch downfield, but those have to be real quick hitters if you're the Wildcats.
Hunter Sands back to kick for the Wildcats.
Definitely not a good two-play
4th down
sequence.
and 13.
4th and 21. Sands into kick. Gets the ball away. A good downfield kick. Taken at the 20
Good
and
tackle.
taken in stride at the 20-21 yard line. Good tackle by Owen Cushing downfield.
Driscoll with the return, tackled by number 4, Owen Cushing. First down, Cougars.
1st and 10 for the Cougars at their own 22.
Not a great way to end that offensive possession, as they have shown at times they can move the football, and at times their own mistakes have hurt them as well. Now again we got 5:41 to play, Chris. It's going to be vitally important. You need the defense needs to make a stop here. You are going to get the ball start the half. You don't need to fall back. You don't need to get down more than 2 scores. You have shown on offense you can at least move the ball a little bit.
First down and 10 for the Cougars with the ball on the 22-yard line.
But they need to find answers to the passing game of the Cougars.
Christian Febo in the cornerback on the far side of the field. Rivera close by. Good pursuit by the Wildcats. Turner runs out, lets the ball go downfield, and it's overthrown. A little bit of foot entanglement here in the near sideline downfield.
Osgood's pass incomplete, intended for Mackay.
That was all just all the hands.
Second down and 10.
All handsy there. Pissed me back. That ball was not going to be thrown. That was really good. Again, there's a flag in the backfield, it looks like, holding on Arlington Catholic, so it's going to move them back 10 yards. The play took a long time to develop.
Good coverage by Rivera downfield on that. He got beat on the early touchdown, but that was a good coverage right down the field, and he was right there to break up the play.
Arlington Catholic's coach, I think, is complaining about the use of the hands there. But again, that ball was overthrown and not catchable. But you got to be careful, because he's done a really good job. The wide out here for Arlington Catholic. So Rivera's going to have to really, really understand the double move that he's put on a couple times. And now you really don't want to get beat, because now you have them way deep in their own territory. A good stop here gets you pretty good field position to end the half if you can. Can keep their quarterback contained, so you got to stay. Your interior line has to maintain their lanes, and don't let them get outside.
Osgood, quick pass out to the sideline, finds some running room across field. Gained about 5 or 6 yards.
They like that play. They like that quick. He's really good
Emilio
at reading
Pena with the catch.
Reading that quick pass.
Tackle by Owen Cushing.
Again, what that pickup? They still have 2nd down and 15-ish. 2nd down and 18. It's a long way to go. Scoreboard has. Oh, there we're back. Okay.
5 minutes to go. Osgood calls signals. Gets some last-minute direction from his coach. Takes the handoff, inside pitch, and greeted by a host of Wildcat defenders.
That was really good defense there by a number of people. Everybody stayed their spot. 44 is Charlie Chirinchillo,
with the catch.
Chirinchillo, and then it was 81 is Spencer as well.
Yep.
So it was a good job by understanding where you're supposed to be on the field, Chris, and not getting beat by the juking and the moving. So again, two good sets of defense now. Now a big play here, force them to punt. Try to get the ball back with about 3 minutes to play. So
3rd and 16.
Let's see if they come short side to number 1. He's been trouble. Again, you see you got to come over and cover here. They're double split out with the back. Don't let him get open.
Okay. Rivera stayed with him, but the ball's thrown. No, it was just barely overthrown.
Osgood's pass to McClure, incomplete.
Juke about the 30-yard line, and Rivera is about a step behind, but the ball was
Fourth
slightly
down and
overthrown,
15.
brings up 4th down.
Rivera's having trouble staying with him. I wouldn't be surprised they target that a little bit more second half. Cats are going to have to make some kind of adjustment, maybe drop him off the ball even a little bit more. He got beat earlier in the corner of the end zone, and on the play they were handsy here. If the quarterback had made a better throw, he got beat there. So they're going to have to be very aware of that play
Michael
right there.
Lawler and Connor Lavelle are back to receive the punch.
Connor Lovell back to see the punt, not Lavelle. But that's beside the point. It'll be interesting here because the Cats are going to get the ball back with about
for the Cougars.
3.5 minutes to play. So they're in good field position. Don't want to muff the punt here. Want to make a good play. Hopefully they can get the ball in space, too, on the punt. They haven't been able to return a punt.
Micah Hernandez, number 4. I think it's 4.
3.
Kick.
I think that's 3, Chris.
If it's 3, it's now Alex Novanden again. Another high kick taken by Lawler at the 46 and taken down immediately right there.
Michael Lawler with the catch.
Good play though.
Tackled by Lucas Manacia.
Good play by Michael. He made the catch. He lets that bounce. That could go 15 yards deeper, and he got the ball inside the 50. So, the scoreboard's going out on me again. Here we go. It's coming back slowly but surely. I think there's probably about 3:41 to play, 3:44 left to play here in the first half. So an important drive here for the Cats. You really want to try to put points on the board.
Colin Allard is back in at the quarterback position, so he's jumped back. I'm wondering, I suspect he's related to the Wildcat juggernaut of the early 60s, Dickie Allard. We'll have more information on that for the next ball game. So he's in alone in the backfield with Coleman, with Lawler. Hand off to Culler over left tackle again. He runs good solid 6-7 yards.
Michael Lawler, the ball carrier, short gain, second down.
They unbalanced the line there, Chris, to the left. They went right where all the power was. It was a really good play, really good setup and run of that play. So if we watch this from our spot, we can see pretty well here, see how he structures his offensive line and those wing backs, and see if they run to the strong side again with Lawler. Because as you can see, LeBlanc at the wing, and then you got the tight end is Spencer over there. So their strong left side. He's going to come right side
up the middle this time. Finds good running room. Cuts back inside the 35 to the 31.
Michael Lawler, the ball carrier. First down, Wildcats.
Obviously, Lawler's going to be your workhorse. You got to keep working him because he is doing a fabulous job running the football for him here in the second quarter.
I was going to mention it's kind of hard for us to see the numbers on the sideline or from up here in the press box area, but Clyde Lambert and Dempsey Murphy opening some good holes in the left side of that offensive line.
Plus, we don't have spotters, Chris. If anybody wants to volunteer to be a spotter for us, it'd be great.
There you go. Another handoff over left tackle. Another big run brought down inside the 25-yard line
Michael Lawler
by
with the
Lawler.
run.
So
that was a good read. He got behind 52,
Second down and 2.
Abukel, and he let him lead the way. He slowed down. He read that play really well. He's going to go off for a break here because he's run the ball a couple times. But that was a good read. He waited until Abukel got in front of him and got some space and picked up 8 or 7 yards. Very impressed with Michael Lawler today, doing a great job.
Nick Iascone in the backfield now. He takes the handoff toward right tackle, and he fights his way forward. Gained maybe a yard and a half. Brought down, going to be third down for the Wildcats, definitely 4 down.
Nick Iascone with the run.
Yeah, definitely 2 down territory, but again, there they were.
Tackled by Brennan Bertolami.
That play developed slow, a little bit slower than the previous plays.
Third down and 2 for the Wildcats.
LeBlanc in motion, they tried to run behind LeBlanc. Let's see if they counter that and go opposite, although they're staying pretty tight. There's a guy way out here in the 4s yakking with our coach, who knows why. He's way out there, he's not even in the play. So, again, I don't understand that. But
again, Iascone runs up the middle. He's got enough for a first down. He's inside the 20.
So timeout.
Nick
Coach will call
Iascone with the
timeout.
run. First down.
So he uses his timeout.
So Wildcats do have a little bit of a march going here late in the first half.
Lawler back after his blow. Again, staying hydrated. It's a little warmer than it has been the last couple days. It's going to be important for this half and end the half and beginning second half as the sun comes up. High noon, as we'll call it, as we're getting close to that, I think, too, Chris. So keep everybody hydrated and rested and ready to go. Important here, next couple downs.
Allard takes the snap, hands off to Lawler, cuts up the middle.
Good job
inside
again.
the 15, right to the 15-yard
Michael
line.
Lawler, the ball carrier.
Now he calls the
Short
timeout.
gain.
Good use of the timeout now. So 46 seconds left, Chris. We get the ball to start the half.
Timeout Wildcats.
Important to try to get the score here. I would continue to use Lawler because you do have timeouts to burn. Can't take them with you at halftime. And you're finally getting good push off the offensive line, unlike they had the first couple.
Second down and 4.
So it's just a matter of avoiding whatever mistakes that they had made earlier, like a snap into the guy in motion or a bad handoff. But you can really be secure with the football here. You know, you have an opportunity to come away with points. Are you going to be able to come up with 7, 6 or 7? That's what you want. Do you have confidence in your kicker, who's done a really good job so far, to kick a field goal if you get to that position? You could do that as well. So that's Hunter Sands as your kicker. But you prefer to get 6 here and then get the ball to start the half. Make those halftime adjustments to keep your defense of the weight. Whatever they've changed after the first quarter, they've done a good job in defending. They're going to have to try to defend the deep ball on the weak side with number 1 of Arlington Catholic. With Rivera's got to do a much better job of defending that. But this is now an important, you get second down. Your next 3 downs are very important. You want to try to punch the ball in the end zone.
So 46 seconds to work with. Once again, Lawler the only setback in the backfield with Allard. The blank on the right wing. And Lawler's brought down for a loss in the backfield at the 21. Nobody blocked the left defensive
Bertolami with the tackle for a loss.
Bertolami's a stud for Arlington Catholic.
Third down.
Mentioned all day, offensively and defensively.
Yeah, he's been everywhere. God, again, that play was blown up because the right side of our offensive line, left side of their defensive line dominated that play and pushed out. He's going to let the clock run. We're down to 19 seconds. Interesting they don't call
third down
timeout
and 10.
there. I think this has to be a passing down, and maybe you just try the kick if you have to. Just get rid of it. What are you doing? Get rid of it.
He scrambles in the backfield. He's able to sneak out of it, runs to the 25, and he throws it out of bounds.
3 seconds
Colin
left.
Allard with the throw.
That's a very big freshman mistake there. The minute he had
Third
trouble,
down
just
and
throw
10.
the ball deep. Let's see if he kicks it. He's going to try to go for it here. Call a timeout. 3 seconds.
Correction, 4th down.
I think he's still got at least 2 timeouts in the book.
It doesn't matter now. He's got 3 left. He's got 3
Yeah.
seconds left. This is 1 play and done. And there, with a freshman quarterback, and again, it's hard because the first time playing at this speed is really, really difficult. As you go up levels, it's amazing how, no matter where you are, you go from an 8th grade team to a varsity is a big level, a big jump, speed-wise, size-wise, decision-making-wise. And he struggled a little bit here in his first start.
Mike Ings steps over the ball.
I was thinking you're going to try to throw this ball in the end zone because this is the last play of the half. Kicker must not have the ability to kick that deep.
Lets the ball. Well, he's running. He's inside the 15.
Oh.
Taken down to the horse
Half
collar.
can't end
So,
on that penalty either, by the way.
Right on the play.
So now that's a defensive penalty. So
It'll be one more play without the clock.
yeah. So it should be a time, one more play with no time.
Penalty on Arlington Catholic.
Be half the distance of the goal line. Now, you know what here? It looks like he's going to go for it because he's got a young kicker. He's got to get a different quarterback in. This kid is starting to get beat up pretty good. So he puts Lawler back at quarterback. Now you have, that's the 6-yard line.
Yeah.
It's the last play of the half, so it's an untimed play. Thanks again, Sean Tivenin on camera, and George Cox, who's running the board for us. To get us up and live is important. It's been great. First day out, beautiful weather. We'll be doing this again next week, maybe the next week in Billerica, and then sporadically on the home games. Thank AD Dennis Ingram for helping us get everything set up. Especially thanks to my play-by-play guy,
from the
Chris
6-yard
Neville,
line.
who's doing yeoman's work, getting all the numbers and names for Arlington Catholic. Much better man than I am with that. I got the good job. I get to sit here and watch and analyze. Back to you, Chris.
Okay, once again, Allard back to pass. Lets the ball sail through the end zone.
Pass is incomplete. At halftime, Cougars 14,
So at halftime
Wildcats
today,
0.
Arlington Catholic 14, Wilmington Wildcats nothing. So we'll be back for third quarter action a little bit. Once again, if you have time and you have an interest in it, come on down to WCTV Studios. We're always looking for help to do some, if it's not the sports production here at the high school, there are other activities and events that go on around town. And Wilmington Community Television is your voice for Wilmington activities and sports. So come on down to the studio, 978-657-4066, and you can join our director, Sam. You have George, Frank, Ashley, Lisa, and good old reliable Tom Pizzara, the father-in-law of my broadcast sidekick here. who can show you all the ropes and how to get into the computer system, set up your broadcasts, and if you want to start your own broadcast or, for that matter, your own podcast, look us up. We'll be happy to help you out. Back to halftime here at Hormel Stadium in Medford. Today's game between the Wildcats and Arlington Catholic Cougars. Cougars are up 14-0 as we get ready for the second half.
We're on the air, Chris.
I'm talking. I can't see you. Just want to let you know, Wilmington Community Television had a loss here a couple of weeks ago. Some of you may be aware of it, but Marty McHugh, longtime youth coordinator for WCTV, did a lot of programming with the kids are in the town and did a lot of stuff at the high school. We got word Marty left the station about a little less than a year ago. He moved down to Florida with some medical issues, and we heard that he passed away a couple of weeks ago. So the staff of WCTV and everybody that worked with him over the past several years, we all send our condolences to Marty and his family.
Yeah, Chris, Marty was a great guy. Helped me out a lot with some of the stuff that I was doing. Great voice for radio. Great radio guy. Perfect, nice human being. Really added to the station, especially the volunteers who were in there a lot with just basically able to use a great personality and a really nice guy to make you feel comfortable with whatever you did. So yeah, condolences them. And again, I can't say anything but really nice things about Marty. He was a great guy.
He helped out in the football games, did a lot of camera work, especially the last couple of years, before we got guys like Sean and some of the other staff, George Breslin and others that have filled in over the years on the camera. But again, he'll be missed, and we wish his family well.
We're waiting for the officials to come out. Everybody's ready to go with the officials.
Well, I can look for another PSA. Once again, I want to thank Tom Pizarro for videotaping all the Ice Bucket Challenge activity at Rotary Park a couple of weeks ago. Those two videos, both the one for the other athletic sports teams that Dennis Ingram was nice enough to contact everybody and send all those teams down for the Ice Bucket Challenge. But then several days later, Wilmington, the football team, had a scrimmage that day, and they all did the Ice Bucket Challenge after practice that following Wednesday night. I think the kids actually liked it after a real hard practice on a hot summer's eve, and even Coach Turner took a little bit of ice. Oh,
he actually did? Coach Turner usually does the Ice Bucket Challenge like this.
Yeah, well.
And he can get on me all he wants if he watches the broadcast. But come on, Coach Turner. You got to dump it right on your head like that. Come on, I'll do it. If he does it right now, I'll challenge him. We'll go together, fill the ice bucket up. We'll go on WCTV Live, but you got to take the whole ice bucket and dump it right on top of your head. That's the challenge. There you go.
You know, in the past years, you know, he's kind of taken the easy way out, but he dumped the whole partial bucket of
partial bucket.
But the good thing for him this year is there was no water in the bucket. We ran out of water, so he just did the ice bucket.
Okay,
challenge
full bucket ice.
The officials have returned to the field for the second half. I think they were enjoying halftime downstairs in the shade, so we're still in the shade here. We're looking forward to second half action. Guess we're almost ready to go.
Attention fans,
receiving the second half
50-50 raffle.
It'll be important too, Chris. Now again, they moved the ball relatively well at the end of the half. Both drives ended a little bit disappointing, but they have shown on offense they can move the ball. This is a very important first drive of the half. Try to cut the score in half if they can. At least put points on the board. Defensively, they made some changes. I don't know exactly what those changes were, but they've done a good job in limiting some of the scrambling and running ability of the quarterback for Arlington Catholic, who's done a really, really good job controlling his offense. So that'll be important, as well as really just handling the ball. Don't turn it over. They have Wilmington's turned the ball over twice and have given up one score off the turnover, and Arlington Catholic has not turned the ball over at all. So 12 minutes to go here, third quarter. We start the second half of this opening game. I'm going to let it go back to Mr. Neville, and he'll take you away.
Almost ready to go. 2 deep backs for the Wildcats.
Let's go, Wilmington!
Once again, that's Connor Lovell and Mike Lawler, and then in the middle, in between them, is Joey Coleman. See who comes out a quarterback for the second half, as Colin Eller did get pretty well beat up in that first half by the Arlington Catholic defense. This comes down to Lovell. Takes it inside from zone 20, breaks out to the 28, 29-yard line where he's brought down. Pretty good return.
First touch as a varsity player for Mr. Lovell.
Connor Lavelle with the
I had the honor of coaching him in JV baseball, and he's got good speed, good athleticism. I'd like to see him go north-south a lot quicker. Don't fancy feed it there a little bit, but a good job, good field position for the Cats, starting at the 30. And then again, let's see if they bring Allard out to run the show. And nope, it's going to be Lawler 11. Looks like they're going to go with him. Again, they have senior Jake O'Rourke, who is not eligible to play today. He's not been practiced long enough. Hopefully he'll be able to come back next week. He can run the two-set offense. You got the freshman and the senior to run your offense. He's going to go back to Michael Lawler, number 11.
A little
flag on the play
by the Wildcats before the snap. That's not the good way to start the second half.
False start, Wildcats.
No, it's not. Dead ball foul. Pushes you back 5 yards.
First down and 15.
Haven't been as sharp as I think Coach probably would want them. I know it's opening day and first game, and and it's because there's a lot of new players. Because like you said earlier in the broadcast, we've lost a lot of seniors from last year's squad, which were really mature seniors who played a long time. A lot of members of the junior class, but again, a lot of these guys are playing for the first time. So you get that jitters, you make a few mistakes, and now they're behind the 8 ball again.
Lawler keeps it, sprints out to the right, brought down for maybe the gain of a yard.
Really good defensive play.
Nick Gallagher with the tackle.
Co-captain Nick Gallagher.
Third down. Correction, second down.
He stayed with his spot. He did not
second down and 14.
Over pursue from where he was, and they had 2 spots for one guy to block. And Lawler, instead of cutting it up, tried to take it outside and got met by the Arlington Catholic defender.
I'm trying to think back to the first half. Have we completed a pass yet?
Yeah, Spencer caught a pass over the middle right here in front of us, about a 21-yard completion.
That was early on. So,
yeah, I think we only threw it like 3 times, and 2 times that last drive too, Chris. So it's a running game, which we expect.
Lawler going to pass it this time. He lets it go quick, and it's
caught by Spencer again.
Spencer gets it to the 45-yard line in traffic. Lawler got knocked down on the pass, though. He comes back limping a little bit.
Yeah, Lawler's hobbling there. It was a good play. He threw the ball into traffic, and Spencer used his big body to get in position and did a great job to catch it. That's, like you said, just on cue. Mr. Neville calls it on cue. We haven't completed many passes, and then he threw the ball to the same player. Spencer 81, the tight end again. He's a junior. Used his body well and caught the football first before doing anything else, which is what you want to see.
Lawler hands off inside, no gain. Down to Nick Iasconi. Yep. Maybe a gain of a couple of feet.
Okay, Lawler got banged up on that play. He's hobbling just a smidge. So you got to be careful if he's going to run the football or not. This is the dilemma you have if you play Michael Lawler, quarterback, when you do drop him back to pass. If he does get hit as a quarterback, it's different than getting hit as a running back.
Felice with the tackle.
So you as a coach, has to make a decision. What's the better way for me to run my offense? Tap in at quarterback or at the halfback? And he's decided, at least for start of the second half, he's going to put Lawler at quarterback. Like I said, freshman Allard did a good job. Get beat up a little bit.
Iascone once again the only runner in the backfield. He fakes the handoff, keeps the ball, shuffles forward for about a gain of 2 or 3 yards out to the 48-yard line.
Michael Lawler, the ball carrier, tackled by Nick Gallagher.
Big play call here. 3rd down and about 7. Still in the
3rd down and 7.
Your territory. So you want to try to advance it past the 50, make a decision on 4th down. They have done a good job with Lawler as quarterback in stopping that run up the middle because he's got to generate his own power and speed from a standing position at quarterback, whereas a running back he still has the couple steps to hit that hole quick. So that's the adjustment as him as quarterback.
He hands off.
Good job.
And a good first down run across the 40 down to the 35-yard line. Hand off to Julian Cella. Found some good running room off the left tackle.
And Julian's family is sitting right to our left. They're happy about that.
Julian
that was a really
Cella
good play.
with the run.
Cella did a great job again.
First
there you
down.
go with we talk about he hits the hole at speed and they can't there's a hole there and there is space for him. Did a great job reading the hole and hitting the hole with speed.
Wildcats needed that, Jim.
Big play. Nice play on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. Cella takes this one off a right tackle.
Keep running.
Pushes his way forward for about 4, almost 5 yards. Looks like he got it down inside the 30.
Again, might be one of my new favorite
Julian
players
Cella,
because
the
he's
ball
going
carrier.
north-south. He's taking the ball and going right at the teeth of the defense and using your offensive line to open up holes for you. Really good job there, play calling it and utilizing Cella to do that sort of thing.
2nd down and 3.
The other thing good about a drive like this is you're eating clock. You keep their offense off the field as well.
Sands and Ebert split wide to the right.
I know.
Didn't want to see that happen again, what happened in the first half. Coleman went in motion and LeBlanc went in motion and the snap just, I think, barely missed him on that one.
Yes.
LeBlanc was able to run
Michael Lawler, the ball carrier, tackled by Brendan Bertolami.
Just for our live broadcast, folks, if you're watching, sometimes the scoreboard seems to cut in and out on us. If you see on our scoreboard cut in and out, we're okay with that. But on our big board here at the stadium, we're running into some trouble. So just making sure Mr. George Cox, our production manager here, director,
3rd and
extraordinaire,
inches.
is keeping that up.
Pass over the middle, and it's incomplete. It's intended for Ebert over the middle.
4th down and 1.
Hit him in the worst spot, his hands. Good idea, though. Good quick pass. That play is going to be open. Again, big 4th and 1. You've utilized 5 minutes here in the quarter already on this first drive. You've had 2 good conversions. Now you want to get your quarterback in space if you can because he's a good running back. They're going to probably watch out. This right side 13, who's their captain, is that Gallagher 13?
Nick Gallagher.
Nick Gallagher. He's done a really good job on this strong side and containing our running quarterback. Good job. Nice run.
He's inside for a 1st down. Good. He's still going on his feet inside
Michael
the 20.
Lawler, the ball carrier, 1st down.
Again, having your quarterback also be an experienced running back helped there. He really saw the hole, slid out a little bit left, and punched through the hole for a 1st down. Really good play by Michael Lawler.
Nice drive by the Wildcats so far to open up the 3rd
1st
quarter.
down and 10 on the 18-yard line.
This will probably be the MO as we go forward. Use your athleticism, run the football, run the clock, keep your defense off the field if you have to. Lawler's probably a little bit gassed right now too, but you play off that.
Hand off to Cella around right tackle. He skips inside, and he's going to keep churning away. Still going inside the 10, inside the 5, and down to the 2-yard line.
That's a phenomenal run there by Julian. Didn't quit because he's a shorter running back. Kept his leverage low, and they could not bring him down. So they Looks like we might have found something here with Sella doing a good job. He's going into the wingback position where Lawler had been. He put him in that halfback spot. So now it's time to punch this ball in.
First and goal for the Wildcats down at the 2-yard line. Or maybe the 3.
Great job by the offensive line as well. Everybody's working on. See how they move Sella, his 20. He's in the halfback spot where Lawler had been. See what they try to punch it in with him again. Oh, there's
Not at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And that was a good read by the defensive end there for I don't know where let's see where 5 lines up for Arlington Catholic. Arlington Catholic players down.
On the field for Arlington Catholic.
Timeout on the field.
Have a moment. Once again, reminding you we'll be covering next Friday's game from Alumni Field in Wilmington against Greater Lowell Regional. 6 o'clock game time against another non-league opponent.
Isn't that Lowell, Greater Lowell Tech? I think we're playing at home. We played them on the road last year. Again, reminder, we are powered by Mayflower Rehabilitation on Middlesex Avenue. We really want to thank them and appreciate their support of Wildcat football as well as WCTV. Their sponsorship and donation have really made it possible for us to bring you these broadcasts not only on tape but today live. And we cannot thank them enough. So our season will be powered by Mayflower. And also, you'll be able to catch Powered by Mayflower on the little docu-series that they're doing at the studio, Under the Lights, Small Town Football in Wilmington, which is being produced by our staff at the studio. Weekly series or bi-weekly series, not sure how they're going to bring those out, but hopefully they'll get a touchdown here. We'll be able to put that into that series. But like I said, really want to thank Mayflower, Powered by Mayflower. Mayflower Rehabilitation for sponsoring Wildcat football on WCTV.
Luka Kujer is the injured player for the Cougars coming off the field, number 66. He's been mentioned a few times so far on the defensive side of the ball for Arlington Catholic. So see if that opens up a chance for the Wildcats.
You know what I wouldn't mind seeing here is him fake the ball to Sella and then have Spencer 81 just slot right across underneath the linebackers and just dump it right to him. They're going to run it, touchdown.
Into the end zone, touchdown, Wildcats. Julian Cella. We have to find out, are we calling him Cella or Cella? We'll find out.
Julian Cella, the ball carrier, touchdown, Wildcats.
The Wildcats are on the board.
All right, we got Cheller from the family, Chris. I got informants everywhere, but great job by Julian to punch that one in. Important extra point kick.
4-yard run into the end zone. Sands is ready to take the extra point. Waller is the holder, all around solid players. Snap. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So with somewheres around 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, Wildcats have closed the gap to 14-7.
Great opening drive of the half by the decision by coach to move Lawler to quarterback and bring Sella into the halfback spot, and he just ran. He must have picked up the last 30 yards of that drive. It's really what you want to see, and they showed that they can move the football. Now they have to show they can stop the football. So we're 14-7.
6 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
6 minutes and 17 seconds. Is that on the board? We're seeing that live?
No.
It's going live.
Oh, we do have it going live on our live broadcast. The scoreboard is working, Chris.
5:49 remaining in the third quarter.
Now it's 5:49. It keeps dropping down, Chris. I think these people from Arlington Catholic are trying to jib us out of some minutes here. But no, great drive, great opening drive. Took the kickoff. Lawler had one big run, and then they really went to Cella. Or is it Cella or Cella?
Cella.
Yeah. I'm going to screw that up 100 times. I apologize to the family.
Well, he plays for the Owls, I heard.
No, yeah, right. Yeah. That's a traumatic brain injury problem for me.
Phenomenal run by him down here on the right sideline here. He carried 3 or 4 players with him about 15 yards, which was the key to that drive.
The other thing good about that is you can now have confidence that he can play the halfback position if you want to stick with Michael Lawler at the quarterback spot, and it gives you that extra running back. So So it's good. So we're just under 6 minutes to play. Good opening drive. Almost took, if we're under 6 minutes to play, 12 minus 6 would be 6-minute drive for the Wildcats. They took it all the way, I think, from their 30. So it was a 70-yard drive, just about a 70-yard drive, and excellent work to cut the score in half. Now it's a ball game now, and important defensive stop coming up. They still haven't had an answer for Arlington Catholic's quarterback, the Cougar quarterback. Really done a really good job.
So Sands ready to kick the ball off from his own 40-yard line. 2 deep backs. This is mid-range kick. Hits down at the 20, taken by one of the deep backs. Dances around, but he's going to be brought down around the 25-yard line, 26-yard line.
Good downfield pursuit. Didn't get a big return, about 5 yards. Somebody's hurt again.
Another Malden Catholic. Arlington. You got me saying.
Yeah, I know. It was Arlington and Malden are close. At least I got to say an Alvin, Chris. So everyone will take a knee, and we can do a quick recap here. We went 14-7. Wildcats have cut the score. I have an excuse, Chris. I do have it headed.
Okay, that's good.
My cognitive skills sometimes decline in the heat as we get to noon.
Arlington, just to recap the scoring, Arlington Catholic scored in the first half after their initial drive was stopped. The punt actually fell off the back of one of the Wilmington blockers, or one of the Wilmington defenders on the kick. So Arlington recovered it, and they were able to march down the field and get into the end zone for a quick 7-0 score early in the first quarter. And then in the second quarter, there was a 48-yard touchdown pass, and that went from Osgood to Bertolami. I wonder if he's related to Sal Bertolami from
the Window Boys.
Window Boys, yeah.
I
bet he is, because this is the area. Has to be.
Now, that Window Boys are in Chelsea.
Well, and this is Metro Boston.
Oh, yeah.
You can go anywhere.
We have Bertolamis who live in town.
This is right. I remember that.
John and Jack. I coach Jack and John. Great family Bertolamis are. And
folks, this is what happens, just so you know. When you have an injury in the field, you got nothing to talk about except for Mayflower, powered by Mayflower, then you have to kind of make stuff up as you go along.
And you know what's good about that? I'm really good about making stuff up. What do you want to talk about? Let's pick a topic. It's like we're doing a podcast at an injury timeout. So this will be the podcast, injury timeout podcast, we're going to call it. No, I don't know if Bertolamis, but the Bertolamis are technically the Window Boys. And then John Bertolami, I think, lives in town. Like I said, I coached his son, Jack. I know his younger sister was a soccer player, hockey player, rather. And I remember calling some of those games with John and Jack, quality people. I think Jack ended up going to Pitt. To go to college, but they played on our major league team in the Little League for the Indians, head coached by my good friend Fred Russell, and somehow they let me help coach that team. Injury timeouts are tough. It's hot. We could be cramping up. There's going to be some dehydration issues. You got to make sure everybody's getting fluids.
The good thing about it, right now we're still in the shade, but we're only about two benches away from getting into the full sun here.
Yeah, that's true.
So the AC player is almost on his feet. Looks like he's struggling here to get up.
I definitely think that's a cramp.
Ankle or a...
that looks like a cramp because he seems like he's not fluid. Not enough fluids. It's tough. This is tough.
Yeah.
Football's weird. I was saying to somebody earlier, football's a weird kind of thing because in September we're out here in shorts and short sleeve shirts, and by the end of October, if it's raining and cold, we could be bundled up and freezing to death. Like I think we did a Thanksgiving game where it was 9 degrees below zero, and then we did a Thanksgiving where it was just 70 degrees. So, we weather it all here at Wildcat Sports. We're here to bring you all as much action as we can, and we're really pleased. And I got to really thank George Cox for getting us on live on the air this morning. We really worked hard to get to this point to start coverage, and an away game is not an easy thing to do. Home games, we were just doing that yesterday. George and I were out yesterday. At the field, making sure everything was ready. I don't know what they're waiting for here. He can't get up. I think it's a cramp, Chris. But again, I am not a doctor, and I do not play one on television, and I did not sleep at a Holiday Inn last night. So I've failed on all. That's like 3 strikes, and you're out for me.
I just thank God you're here, because if you weren't here, I'd have to be talking about nothing. So.
Yeah, that's good. It's like we're like Seinfeld, a show about nothing. But no, it's we're ready to go for football this year. It's great to give our athletes an opportunity to get a record of their game and some of the games live. If people are at home and can't make the game, at least you can pop it on TV and watch it. But we plan on a lot of fall sports coverage. We're going to have boys and girls soccer. We've got some field hockey, hopefully, for you ahead of us. My good friend Paul McGilvery wanted me to get as many games on as I can, and Paul, I'll do the best I can. And then we'll have we'll do some quick shots with golf and cross country, and then we also have some indoor volleyball if we have to go that way. Yeah, that was definitely a cramp because they're giving him some liquid that he has to.
If that's Tom Driscoll, their co-captain. That's going to be a big loss for them, at least for a little while.
So they're taking pictures of me now for the newspaper. Probably they're going to do a story on us. Will Jim Boyle ever shut up?
Okay, Osgood takes a snap. He's being pursued around the left side. Good pursuit by the Wildcats, but he cuts back in. Still on his feet to midfield, and he could go all the way.
Just what the doctor didn't order for us.
Isaiah Osgood
with a
75-yard touchdown run
for the Cougars.
Just what the Wildcats did not need.
Flag is on the play.
And again, it's a flag on the play. Uh-oh. Something happened. There is a flag on the play. That was very defensively very poor. I think Kuhlman lost a little bit of a contain and had him, and he just had to force him back and give him a little bit of space. But we do not have replay, so we don't have the opportunity. That's a really good athletic run. He's been trouble for us all day, Isaiah. So
the flag is down at the 7-yard line, so I don't know if it was pre-touchdown or post-touchdown.
And so we're waiting on the ruling. There's a touchdown. There's going to be a personal foul.
The touchdown is good.
Against Arlington Catholic.
Probably take that on the kickoff.
Unsportsmanlike behavior on Arlington Catholic.
That's not a good one.
I'm just wondering if there could have been a little celebration. I wasn't really watching that closely, but a little taunting type of thing going on. But I guess we'll find out when we watch the replay.
Or he spiked the ball or something. No, that was a very, very, very poorly executed defensive play, Cats. And his speed has really beaten us now.
I tell you, the co-captains for Arlington Catholic, they are all very, very strong.
Right.
Their names have come up all day long.
Right, and also that Isaiah, is it Isaiah the quarterback, right?
Yeah. Isaiah Osgood.
Isaiah Osgood's dominated basically he's been the major force in the 20-7 deficit for the Cats.
Okay, so attempt one point extra. Yeah. See what we can do. Anyway, now Bandian is in for the extra point. And again, the penalty will be assessed on the next kickoff. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So 21-7 with 5:16 to go in the third quarter.
Alex Nalbandian's kick is good.
One thing that's really changed in high school football over the years is the ability for
Cougars
teams
21,
to execute the point after touchdown with a kick. You get really good kickers. I've noticed it up and down. All the last couple of years, we've really seen good kickers everywhere. Not only just on Wilmington, but on our opponents as well, with the opponents. And it's very important to get that. It's an easy one to get it if you can kick it. Cats are going to have to come back now, down 2 scores. And that drive did not take long because there's still 5:16 left here in the third quarter. So the Cats could use a really good return here and then get good field position and then let Lawler or the group take over.
The kick will probably come from the 20 or 25-yard line. 25, I guess.
Yeah, that's where the official is standing, so you're going to come way up. So you got to pick 15 yards for you. If you're on the 15, you want to be at the 30. And somehow this is taking forever. This last minute here of football time is taking about 20 minutes with that the cramp situation and the injury, or we'll call it a cramp. Injury or cramp. I'm going to call it a cramp. Cats lost a little bit of their fire. It was unfortunate that took so long. But it gave Arlington Catholic an opportunity to regroup, and Wilmington sort of fell asleep there defensively. So they'll be kicking off from way deep. Really great opportunity for field position here. Love to see somebody break a nice long kickoff return too if they can.
So now Bandian has the ball teed up at his own 25-yard line. Once again, Lovell and Lawler deep back for the Wildcats, standing at their own 25. Good end-over-end kick.
Come on, Connor.
taken by
Lovell.
Lovell. He's up to
Keep
the
running.
40.
Keep running, Connor.
45. Breaks free to
Good job.
midfield, and he's still going down to the 47-yard line.
Just what the doctor ordered, Chris. A nice 20, 23-yard return. Connor Lovell, the sophomore, just playing football now for the
Connor
first
Lovell
time.
with the run
I found
on
out
the
that his
kickoff.
dad, Bill
First
Lovell,
down, Wildcats.
was on a Super Bowl champion Arlington Catholic team, and he went to the JV game yesterday with his Super Bowl ring on from Arlington Catholic, and that's his son, Connor. Connor, like I said earlier, played center field for me in the JV baseball team. Nice return, just what the doctor ordered. They're already in Arlington Catholic fields. Side of the field, chance to punch it in, keep this game close, make one defensive stop.
Once again, Lawler in at quarterback for the second drive of the second half. Double reverse handoff that goes to Peter LeBlanc around left end. Finds some good running room. Good job. Still going to the 22-yard line.
That was all Peter LeBlanc, using his strength, athleticism, and he just goes and smash mouth football for
Peter
the Cats.
LeBlanc with the run. First down, Wildcats.
I get the feeling, Chris, that the weather is impacting.
Timeout, Cougars.
Yeah, the weather's definitely impacting these teams because these are small school teams, so a lot of kids probably playing both ways. We're probably looking at about 80 some odd degrees. Let me get my phone out and look at that number.
25-yard run by LeBlanc on that. At least say a lot of it was right on his back.
Yeah, I think, like I said, the weather is going to play a factor here. The last quarter and a half that we have to play.
I think it's going to 4 minutes. Play a factor right here in the stands because now we're only like 1.5 benches from.
You know, next week I'll bring my umbrella.
Yeah. Okay. Good idea.
We're going to be in the booth next week, though.
Yeah.
Make George sit out of the booth. Keep him.
What?
So it'll be again another timeout, slowing the game down.
See, Tom Driscoll's back up on his feet on the sideline for Arlington Catholic, co-captain.
It's 82 and sunny here in Medford, Chris, by the way.
It's nice. It's dry. There's a little bit of breeze. We'll take it.
So again, the timeout called because he didn't like what he saw. The coach has done a good job. Arlington Catholic coach has a good job managing the game, utilizing his skill position players where he has the advantage on offense. And you know, a quick score there puts your defense right back on the field. So he utilizes the timeout to get them a little bit of blow. Like I said, we are both regularly, just generally smaller schools. Wilmington with an enrollment of just over 600 plus. Don't know where Arlington Catholic lives. Probably a little bit less than that. But, you know, you're limited numbers of players that you have available to you as well. So we're ready to go. Lawler in the backfield.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Oh, he waited too long.
And LeBlanc taken down to the backfield, loss of about 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, I don't know what that. His read there was very, very slow. I mean, I understand why they like Michael on the off the ball because he can pick up a lot of speed.
Tackle for the loss of 5 on the play.
But there he just
second down and 15.
Just a poor read on his part to lose 5 yards.
And Menacea came in unblocked on the left side of the defensive line. So 2nd and about 15. Hand off to Cella, and he's tripped up for no gain. At
Nick
the
Gallagher with the tackle.
Line, co-captain Nick Gallagher in the
down.
tackle.
Big third down, 3rd and long. You're behind the chains. This is important here.
The timeout paid off for Arlington Catholic.
Yeah, and here's where you got to look at this again. We talked about this earlier in the second quarter. This is where you got a 15-yard deficit. You really only need to pick up 6-8 yards, so you make it a little more manageable on 4th down because you're obviously going to go for it on 4th down in this spot. So you don't want to have make a mindless play and lose any yards. You want to try to pick up, even if you pick up 6 or 8.
Lawler was going to try to pass it, ducked under a tackler, and picked up a few yards.
Michael Lawler with the keeper.
He's going to make this a manageable 4th and 9
Tackled
situation.
by Brendan Bertolani.
It was better.
4th down.
It was better than getting sacked in the backfield, and I think that's
4th down and 9.
where the freshman Allard was struggling with knowing when to move and when not to move, because again, it's hard being a freshman in this world, especially at this speed. So Michael did a good job in at least picking up some yards. Now they got a more manageable fourth down situation, and they got different options available to them as well. I would think they would look to throw this because they haven't thrown much. Again, Spencer has been the tight end at 81's been open over the middle. They have not really. They did have Brett Ebert was open. The ball was thrown a little bit behind him, hit him in the hands behind him, but he was open on a little slant route as well. So Ebert's 41, I think, right? And Spencer's 81. So look at the two. Not Ebert's 41. I'm sorry, Ebert's 27 on the other side. And they're rolling out. Got him open. Got him open.
Spencer caught touchdown Wildcat.
All right.
I think Nostradamus is sitting beside me here in the press box area.
Noah Spencer with the touchdown reception.
That's Spencer's third catch for a lot of yardage. Good read, good look. They moved everyone left and got Noah coming across to the strong side, and a great pass by Lawler too. He did a good job. That one you got to credit. Spencer's done a great job receiving the ball. Lawler did a really good job in drawing the offense and running that little slant route across. Like I said, that's been open two or three times, and they did it once another time earlier with Brett Ebert, who was open as well. So look to see if they can take advantage of that. If they can get a stop here. Big extra point.
Good blocking by the Wildcat offensive line. Well, that play developed on the touchdown.
Successful point after.
Point after is good by the Wildcats, so
Score
the score back to 21-14 with 2:11 to go in the third quarter.
It's good, Chris, to start in positive territory too. It's the penalty on the touchdown, which took Arlington Catholic back 15 yards, led to a nice punt, about a 25-yard punt return by Lovell, and the Wildcats took advantage of that. And again, really good play by Lawler, another really good play by Noah Spencer, who scores the touchdown. So we cut the lead to 7. We got 2 minutes, 11 seconds left. Long way to go here in this game too, and just need to stop on defense.
Told that this is one of 2 home fields for Arlington Catholic. They play a lot of their games here at Hormel. A lot of the other games are played over at Arlington High School, depending on which teams are playing and what time of day. Another long timeout huddle on the side of the field for Arlington Catholic. Looks like the Wildcats are almost ready. Sands has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line.
So I'm going to say, Chris, this might come down to conditioning. Which team is a better conditioned team? Who really put in the work over the summer and in the summer camp to be ready to play? So it'll be interesting. Again, the advantage to Arlington Catholic with a 7-point lead and a quarterback who has really done a great job as well.
Driscoll's back in on the far sideline. The ball is going to that side of the field. It goes out of bounds. So it's going to penalty against the Wildcats. It's going to bring the ball out to the 35-yard line.
Out of bounds.
Again, a positive play followed by a negative play. They scored a touchdown followed by a long touchdown run. They score another touchdown. They kick the ball out of bounds. Do not want to give a team like this with a dynamic quarterback like they have any extra space, and this gives them a little bit closer and some extra space. Makes it a lot more difficult defensively. So now it's about contain, and we've talked a lot about this too last year with our defense. Your defensive ends are very important, especially with our scrambling and throwing quarterback. Your defensive ends need to maintain their line. They need to keep contain, and that means if they run upfield, it looks like they're going to be able to sneak in and cut to the inside on the quarterback. You don't want to give outside contain away because you have nobody out there, and this quarterback has done a good job in reading that. So really, this is going to be an important set of downs here for our 2 DNs, and I can't really see the numbers who they are. So I'm going to say we have a 3-man front. So 53 and 52 are really going to have to try to contain him, because it's funny because all their running has been their quarterback, not their running back. So here they're going to try to get the ball outside again.
Running room again off the left tackle down the sideline, and he once again could go all the way down the sideline. 20-10 touchdown. Another 65-yard run from scrimmage. Isaiah Osgood.
65-yard touchdown run for the Cougars.
And I hate to say it once again, that's outside contain. Your defensive end has to keep contained there. And either it got sucked up in the middle, that's the exact same play they ran earlier. That's got to be something they really need to focus on especially if you're going to play a quarterback this good. He's going to do. I would run that play until we stop it, and their coach is going to do that. Our defensive end here on this side, and again, I think it's 53. I think that's Dempsey Murray. He's got to understand what his role is there. You got to force that guy inside, because once he gets outside with his speed, we have nobody with speed that can catch him. And they've understood that, and they start to utilize that. So again, we're going to be down deep in the hole. 2 quick scores.
Now Bandian in to attempt the extra point. And the kick is up and good. 28-14 with 1:52 to go in the third quarter.
Alex Nalbanyan's kick is successful.
So we've got
The score is Arlington Catholic 28.
We scored 28 points
Wilmington
in the third quarter here. Each team has scored 14, so we've got a little bit of offensive action, but not the way we would want it.
I'm thinking that the game, especially the third quarter here, is get kind of long.
Yes.
And now we're only 1 bench away from the sunlight. So. All right, hopefully we can turn the ball around and let's get moving here, folks.
It's like we have TV timeouts. George, did you are we doing commercials in between here? It seems like we're on,
yes,
on the NFL.
We're sponsored by Mayflower.
That's
we're
because we're
powered by Mayflower.
Right. We need to get that Mayflower logo up there, and because these guys are taking forever. It is getting warm, so we're here to bring you all the action, though, and that's what we get paid for. So, huh? Yeah.
That was a joke.
It was. Didn't I tell you, Chris? I negotiated a 15% increase over last year's salary.
Yeah.
And they went for it. I don't understand. It was the easiest negotiation of my life. I said, dude, I need 15% more. And Sam says, oh, fine, Jim, get 15%. I said, yeah, 15% is zero. That's zero. But we do need volunteers. You can't have crazy people like me doing all these things, even though I love doing it. So let's see if we can get another good return here. They're kicking it to Lovell, not to Lawler, which is probably better for us because Lawler's going to need all he has.
Lawler deep on the far side and Lovell on the near side, and this is a squib kick, and it's taken by Lovell at the 20. Finds his way upfield to the knocked out of bounds at the 29-yard line. No penalty marker.
Connor Lavelle
stepped out
with the return.
His name
First
is now
down,
Connor Lavelle.
The Wildcats.
No, it's Lovell.
I know, Lovell.
I'm just saying, the PA, sometimes you get crazy PA people here. Yeah, not at all.
You know, again, George tells us that you cannot hear the PA over our microphones, but it is extremely loud. We're sitting underneath 3 speakers here, and sometimes I can't even hear you in the headset.
I'd go right after 33, or he's gassed.
That's the co-captain.
Yeah.
Tom Driscoll. He's the one that was down injured for quite a while.
Yeah, he's gassed. He's like find where he is and smash the ball right out and make him work.
Okay, so Lawler stays in, hands off
to LeBlanc.
Around left end. He picks up about 6 yards.
He's now that they've got him moving, he's really running
Peter
tough.
LeBlanc with the run.
Peter's done a great job. He's getting there. He's turning the corner quick and running hard. As the clock will run, we've got a couple plays till the end of the third quarter, then we'll going the other way. So as Merle Reese of the Philadelphia Eagles will say, we're left to right on your radio dial. McNabb comes out on this. Back to you, Chris.
Okay, back to Wilmington High School Temple football. Lawler keeps it, pushes it up through the middle, stopped just shy of the first down marker down at the 39-yard line. Going to be bringing up a 3rd and 1 yard line. Well, 3rd and 1 for Wildcats.
With the tackle.
I think Mike Lawler's looking a little bit tired out there right now, too.
Yeah, he gassed. Yeah, that's what you get.
He was not, I noticed that he was not on the field for the touchdown run, so I think the coach is trying to give him a little break on defense.
I don't know. Something's going on here. They don't like the spot. Does he want this to be? The clock's running. First down. They give him a first down on that. Coach Turner brought that first down, so the clock should have stopped.
First down.
Well, we got 25 seconds. The quarter's about to end. High-scoring quarter.
Scheller in the backfield with Lawler. Hand off to Scheller over left tackle. He's still going. Man, he is taking kids left and right. Almost out for another first down at the 49, which should bring the quarter to an end.
That low center of gravity is phenomenal, Julian. So they've done
Julian Cello with the run.
Good quarter.
Second down.
Even though they gave her the 2 long touchdown runs, that's going to end the quarter.
Well, the good thing is we don't have to move too far. The ball will move 2 yards to the 49-yard line.
Timeout.
End of the quarter, am I right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's true. Quarter's ended.
So thanks for joining us for today's live coverage on Wilmington Community Television, streaming live at WCTV.org. And depending on what the rules are back in Wilmington next week, maybe we'll try to go live again. 14. We'll see. George Cox gives me the thumbs up. He says our plan right now is to go live next week. Maybe we can convince certain people that you can get that just by logging on without having to make any other commitments. Okay, that's good. George says it will not be on the pay-per-view channel. It will be just live on the regular main station and streaming on live WCTV.org. And if everything goes well, the same thing will happen the following Friday night in Billerica.
So I've got Chris. That's lucky for the people of Wilmington. 3 weeks in a row of listening to the dulcet tones of Chris Neville
and
the
Boyle.
Obnoxious rantings of Mr. Boyle. Can't keep his Owls and his Wildcats straight. You know what, Chris? Not a bad third quarter offensively. Very poor defensively, because I think that they might have ran 3 plays, Arlington Catholic, in that third quarter. And of those 3 plays, 2 were for long touchdowns. Wildcats did a good job. They moved Laura to the quarterback. Sella, Julian did a great job running the football. You got Spencer open. You got LeBlanc in the game now. You seem to open up your offensive abilities a little bit more. So here's a first down. We really need a quick score and a stop.
So as the Wildcats come out here at the beginning of the fourth quarter, once again, LeBlanc in the quarterback
First down
position.
and 10 for Wilmington.
He keeps it, and he's going to be brought down on the backfield.
Brendan Bertolami with the tackle for a loss. Second down.
Yeah, they're having trouble getting that play because they're having trouble getting their jaw a little bit, Lawler, the junior. They're having a little bit of trouble with getting him to space as the quarterback, so they'll have to make a little quick adjustment. I wouldn't be surprised to see they'll
Second down and 12. The ball is on the 47-yard line.
Bring that LeBlanc into motion and pitch it to him and try to get him to the edge and pound it. So you've got the 3 choices. You can throw Sella in the middle, and you can bring LeBlanc around the end, or you can decide what you want to do with Lawler anyway. They don't have a little dump screen. You could sneak somebody underneath because they're really looking for the quarterback run.
Wide receiver split left. Handoff again to Cella. No, he's the only one that's really had any room up the middle. He picks up about 4 yards.
Yeah, that's because what he's doing, though, is he gets, again, because he's the halfback, he gets the ball in the backfield 3 yards deep. He sees
Julian
the hole,
Cello, the ball
and he hits the
carrier.
hole quick and hard. He's not, there's
Third
no
down.
juking her, and he sees the hole and he hits it. He's got that low center of gravity. He's hard to get down, and he's really done a good job. Even if he doesn't have a big hole, he gets to the hole quick, and by getting the hole quick, he's picking up the additional yards you need.
Big body in the middle of that AC defensive line. Got to go close to 3. Hand off to Cella. Right tackle. First down. Good for first down inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line. Big hole opened up off a right tackle.
Again, there was
Julian
a
Cello,
situation
the ball carrier.
where
First
the end
down.
of Arlington Catholic's end on the left side didn't have contained because he was following LeBlanc, because that play we had run, anytime we ran that play with LeBlanc coming in, we would give the ball to LeBlanc. So he was anticipating LeBlanc, so he was probably coming down the line too much. It gave Julian a chance, Cello a chance to get to the edge.
First and 10.
Same
Reverse
play the
handoff
other
to
way.
Cella on the opposite side. Gains about 3, almost 4 yards inside the 35-yard line to the 34.
He's becoming a workhorse, and so that's what you like. So
Nick
now
Gallagher with the tackle.
you've shown them motion with LeBlanc, counting the opposite way from the motion with Cella twice. It's second down. You know, if he was confident, he could throw that little slip route to either Ebert or Spencer. It'd be nice.
Second down and 8. Ball on the 34.
Ebert, I think, is 27 here in the slot. You can sneak him right behind the linebackers. That play would be open.
He is back to pass. Once again,
Got him.
Nostradamus is called, and wide open down the middle is Spencer inside the 20 at the 16.
Fourth catch for Noah.
Spencer with the catch.
He's been huge. They really like,
First
again,
down.
I like how they slide the tight end from the weak side. over the strong side underneath the linebackers, and linebackers either commit one way or the other. Play calling by Coach Turner.
I think we're starting to realize that Jim Boyle has a little thing implanted in his ear that he knows what the play is going to be. The second time in a row he's called that kind of play.
Nah, it's easy. Just get lucky.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own, at the AC 17-yard line. Waller looks, tries to find his way, and he gets kind of knuckled in the backfield for a loss of a couple of yards. Yeah, that play did not develop right.
Yeah, it's again, Michael.
Chad Harris with the tackle.
Waller being a running back is used to having, like I said, you line up 6-7 yards deep. You got 4 yards of speed before you have to hit the hole, and there he's got to make his own. He's slow to the hole because he's the quarterback. He's just starting his approach, and he didn't get the block he wanted. He probably should have read the block and slipped it a little bit outside. But he's trying to do a million things. He can't really. It's hard. If you really want him to be a running back, he's a running back. He's done a really good job running the offense, though.
He played it again. Finds big running room now. Touchdown. Down the sideline into the end zone. Mike Lawler, touchdown.
Michael Lawler with the touchdown.
17-yard touchdown run.
17-yard run for a touchdown.
That time, Chris, he read that and he slipped it outside. He had enough speed generated once he hit the hole. He slipped outside. And that, again, the benefit of a running back quarterback is he can make that read and score. Is he going to go for 2 here? No, he's got the kicker coming. I see the kicker. Good play, though. Good call. They did a good job going weak side, strong side, opposite. The pass to Spencer really helps a lot. And again, Lawler's made some really good decisions. Big kick here to cut the lead to 1 score.
Sands steps into it, and it is good. Sneaks his way over the crossbar.
The point after kick is successful.
It's tough on our angle here, Chris, to see those go through. We got to get Tom Pizzera on the field with his on-field camera, have him line up right underneath the goalpost. And when they kick it, we can see it on the monitor.
Wilmington 21.
7:57 to go in the game. 28-21. Arlington Catholic is up right now, and now I have to say that the Arlington Catholic defense is probably getting tired of playing defense.
Correct.
2 one-play drives over the last quarter, and so see if Wilmington can pin them into a defensive position or into a stalemate.
Well, the key
here
is going to be to stop Isaiah, the quarterback. It's Isaiah, right?
Yeah, Isaiah Osgood. He's had 2 long touchdown runs and a long touchdown pass.
Yeah, he's going to go for like 300 yards.
Well, the last one was 65, and the other one I think was
75.
over that.
75.
Yeah.
So if I do quick math there, that's like 70 and 70. It's 140 yards, 2 straight plays. That's my Pennsylvania math they told me down in Pennsylvania where I grew up in farm country. We used to have to add cows, and I could count the cows pretty well. So, horse and buggies. I grew up there. What are you laughing at?
Yeah, you're Amish guy. You remind me of the Amish guys, yeah.
I played against those guys. They beat the crap out of me, but I played against them. Like I said, I've got to really thank Sean Tivnan up there on the camera, doing a phenomenal job. Really appreciate his skill set. And again, how could I not thank my good buddy George Cox? Got us go live. We could joke with him, but we're down by a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. We'll joke with George a little bit.
Hunter Sands kicks the ball off. Squib. Good line drive kick, but it was picked up by the deep back, who is still on his feet. That's Tom Driscoll, co-captain. Brings it back about 15, 18 yards.
First down.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, Chris, this next defensive set is the ball game. You can stop them here. We're going to be able to tie them up. So it's important. We got to get a stop here. If I'm the coach, I just let that quarterback Isaiah there, Osgood. I let Osgood just run free, until they can prove they can stop him. He's been phenomenal. He could make Offensive Player of the Week in the Boston Globe for all we know, the way he's done. Again, we got ourselves an offensive player getting Noah Spencer got 4 catches with a touchdown. But no, this is important now for the Cats.
Malachi McClure out on the far side. And you got 3 receivers on the right.
Contain.
Let go down deep downfield, and it's intercepted. Christian Febo intercepts the ball for the Wildcats. at their 31-yard line.
That's a huge play, Mr. Gneville.
Christian Febo
Gneville did a good job. He got a little bit beat early on the pass, stayed with it, kept running. Ball was thrown a little bit short, intercepted, puts Wilmington in a great field position. 7 minutes to play, the offense back on the field. Really, really nice defensive play. Even though he was about a step or two behind, the quarterback did underthrow that. And a great job, though, by the defense. That's just what the doctor ordered here in Medford.
And just commenting, the defense for Arlington Catholic has been on the field for the entire fourth quarter and a good part of the third quarter as well.
Right,
so,
the last 3 possessions, they've run 1 play each possession.
Yeah.
Or maybe I think they ran 2 because they had the kid hurt with the cramps. I think they've run like 4 possessions here in the second half. 4 plays, rather. Big-time opportunity here for the Cats.
So once again, Scheller alone in the backfield with Lawler. Two wide receivers split right. Do we have any procedure? No. Lawler spins through a couple of holes on the offensive line, picks up a yard or 2.
Chad Harris with the tackle. Second down.
Down to the 34-yard line.
Okay, so they went to Spencer and Spencer. And I think they're going right at the tight end side there. Yeah, sorry about that, Chris. So let's see what they do. And now that he's got, like I said, with Lawler could throw the ball here. I think they're still going to try to run it. They'll come with LeBlanc coming towards us. See over the strong, yeah. LeBlanc coming towards us. And then you can counter with Julian Cella.
Hand off to Cheller, right tackle, finds room again, pushes his way close to the 40-yard line before his forward progress is
Cheller,
stopped.
the ball carrier.
Chris, he's doing a
Third
really
down.
good job when
Yeah.
he gets to the edge, cutting it up quick. A quick step with the cut to go north-south, as the play is meant for him to go east-west. But then once he sees the hole, he's done a really, really good job in planting his outside
down
foot
and 2.
and cutting up to the upfield.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
Very manageable 3rd and 2 now for the Wildcats.
And you got
Clock continues to tick.
And you got a lot of opportunity here, a lot of different things that you can do.
Lawler finds running room, first down,
Good.
breaks
Breaks the
free at
tackle.
midfield into the 48-yard line. Tackled by Osgood.
And they got a player down, another cramp down at the 40-yard
Michael
line.
Lawler with the run. Tackled by Isaiah Osgood. First down.
No, again, they're going to the weak side. So weak side being the ball's on that far side hash. So they go to the weak side, which is where they got both LeBlanc and Spencer lined up. So they're short side, weak side to the hash marks, and they've really been successful going towards the bench, going to their right. They have not come left yet this drive, so that opens up a lot of things. That's way, again, when you think about it, I know sometimes you think I get lucky. Well, what's happening there is, as you're moving everybody that way, the motion of your linebackers and your defensive backs are all going to go left. If that's the way we're starting to run on that weak side. So when they throw in that pass, they're bringing Spencer across the field the opposite way of the motion of everybody going. So Michael Lawler did come, when he threw the last pass to him, he did come to his left or close to us or the strong side. So you've now got them moving, you got them back on their heels, you got them tired, you got all the dehydration issues. Kids gonna have to sit out of play, and they're done. They're fried. These kids they've been out in the field a long time. It's the turf, it's getting hot.
And they got the dark colored uniforms as well. And Sean Tivnan's in the sun now up there on the camera. You want to tell us about anything about like high school football? Anything? What was your team name back when you played ball in high school?
Oh, I'm not going to talk about it. I went to Muhlenberg High School in Reading, Pennsylvania.
Reading, Pennsylvania.
We were the Muhlenberg Mules, spelled M-U-H-L-S, not M-U-L-E-S. Because there was a Muhlenberg College in Allentown, which were the Mules. They were M-U-L-E-S. My senior year, we went 1-10.
Oh, never mind.
We lost. Now listen to this. A great story. We lost every game until the last game of the season. We played Lebanon Catholic, I think it was, or Lebanon, and we were down by a point or two with 5 seconds left, and we kicked a field goal to win our last game. My last game of senior year. I was the long snapper, and the guy who played third base baseball team was our holder, and I slid it. I snapped it back to him and skipped right back. The kid made a great catch.
Brendan Bertolami, the football game's about to start again. I know you're reminiscing. Brendan Bertolami was the injured player for Arlington Catholic, so he came off the field. 2-yard gain. And, okay, that was
That's just fill
Cello
in, Chris.
again.
I can fill in anything.
Julian Cello, the ball carrier, no gain.
So, again, it's again going right. Now they're in center field. So they're right in the middle of the field. So we don't have hash marks on this field because I think this is primarily a soccer field
Second down
for
and
Medford.
7.
So we're right in the middle of the field. So you can go right, left. So there's no real strong or weak side because he's right in the middle of the field. If he was on the hash marks on the far side, that would be the weak side. He'd go right. He likes to go towards Spencer and LeBlanc, though, and he's got, who's 27? I think 27's out. Brett Ebert, 27's out that side. So they could slide those three guys across the field if they want to throw a pass to one of them. They're going to bring Brett behind them. Good job. Great call. Keep running. That'll be a first down.
Brett Ebert on the call on the inside handoff.
I think that was
Nick
Iasconi, the ball carrier, first down.
They brought Ebert in motion, which was a good move. Now we're more on that far side. He likes going to the right. You can see he's going. He's got the tight end on that side, so he's going towards the tight end and the back he's got over there, which is LeBlanc. Done a great job. So these guys way out here, 4 and 12 for us. That's a Hunter. The kicker, Hunter.
Another
Sam.
first down for the Wildcats.
Same
Chella, big
nice
hole on the right side. Good for another first down. Out to the 27-yard line. The Wildcats are driving.
Julian just having a great game. Ever since they switched quarterbacks, they went to him as the running back. He's really picked up really done a great job here. I'm not saying that because his parents and his grandfather and all the friends were sorry to side of me and they didn't pay me any good money. They didn't. He's done great. It's really been and again, you got to take advantage of these guys are winded. You've got their defense on their heels. You know,
coming down to 4 minutes to go in the game. Wildcats down by a touchdown. Hand off again to Chella.
He was a little slow on that one.
Yeah. He still picked up a few yards.
It took a little too much time to develop. He had two guys out in front of him. It's a nice little slip pass here would be nice, right across coming to our strong side. But I don't think a coach is really. He's probably comfortable with this. The running game is working well. You're comfortable with it. But they're winded, and I'm trying to watch. I'll watch the safety. See, the safety is actually the quarterback. I think no, he's the cornerback. 33 is their safety. They're bunched really tight.
2nd and 7 for the Wildcats. The marker is wrong on the far side of the field. Low snap. Waller keeps it, and he's going to be brought down. No gain really.
Aiden Gomez with the tackle.
It's only third down, right?
It's a third down now. That's wrong on the far side. That's correct.
Okay, I thought that would be third down. So big call again. The situation here again for
third down. Third down and 7.
7 yard. You only need to if you're going to have to go on fourth down, and you will because the game's coming to a close. You gotta make it manageable. You cannot make a mistake in the backfield if you're Lawler. You want to at least have to get some positive yards. But again, he's really get to split everybody. He's got Spencer and LeBlanc on our side here this time. So let's see what he does. They're going to come this way.
Reverse up the middle again. First down.
LeBlanc.
Inside the 15. Down to the 12-yard line. First down run by LeBlanc.
Great call. Down. As they counter on the reverse, they had a strong side this way. They went weak side with it. And again, Arlington Catholic their defense has been on the field for all but 4 plays in the second half. 2:22 to play. Time is running out. Coaches, if they score, do you go for 2 or do you kick the field goal, take it overtime? Yeah. But I'm not going to say what I would do, although my buddy George here is telling me in my ear, this is what I would do.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Go.
Pushes his way free. Inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line.
With the tackle. 2nd down.
Ebert lost his helmet. Kid's down again. That'll stop the clock. 151. I don't know.
That's Nick Gallagher, the 3rd co-captain that's gone down with a cramp issue right now.
Yeah, this has been, like I said, now we're down to war of attrition if you score here. The choice will be, do you kick it or you go to win? And if you feel comfortable with your team and then being on their heels, you almost think, I'm going to go for 2 if you don't get it onside kick and try to go stop them. But going to overtime, It's up to coach.
You know, this is you pointed out, Jim. I mean, this score was 14-0 at halftime. The Wildcats have racked up 3 touchdowns on long sustained drives. This is another long sustained drive. You know, it is really, as you said, a war of attrition. You know, again, they've been on offense the entire quarter, and they just keep on driving the ball down. You know, just some real good athleticism on the part of the Wildcats. And, you know, I have to be honest with you, we're up here in the press box area. We cannot see the numbers, but, you know, I want to just do a shout-out to the offensive line. They've done such a great job. No Use, Giniotis, Ali Abuko, Michael Ings, Clyde Lambert, Ryan Watson are all on the offensive line. I'm probably missing 1 or 2 that have come in as substitute just because we can't see side to side. Plus, we're getting old.
Speak for yourself.
Well, okay, I will.
No, that's you're absolutely right, Chris, and I think that
second down and 6.
I can only recall Arlington Catholic running 4 offensive plays in the second half. 2 went for touchdowns, 1 went for an interception, and 1 was in the kid got the cramp over there on the far side, and then they scored a touchdown right after that. This is just, let's see. Okay, again on the weak side, we've got all our big guys.
Second and 6. Lawler keeps it. Looks for room, doesn't make it. Stopped shy.
Play took way
gained
too
a yard.
Took too long to develop.
Michael Lawler, the ball carrier, short game.
Timeout, I would imagine.
3rd and 5.
Third down.
Yeah, down to 1:36 on the clock.
These kids are.
Once again, Tom Driscoll, a little difficulty getting up off the turf there, co-captain for Arlington Catholic.
Get back.
3rd down and 4.
Back to my philosophy here. It'd be nice to score, and we love this. But if you're going to go 4th down, you want to make it 4th and manageable. Don't get stuck in the backfield. And again, the weak side, the right side of the line is where our strength is. Oh, crap.
Bad snap, and Lawler jumps
Fumble on the play. Fumble by Wilmington.
13-yard line. So
timeout, hopefully. Coach is really pushing it.
4th down and 4. Ball on the 8-yard line.
This is the ball game here, by the way. So, Chris, I'm going to let you have it.
Okay. Still no timeout. Clock continues to tick. 50 seconds on the clock. Coach has made the call for 4th and about 10 yards to go.
Again, this is important because now we got our receivers are on the right side. I guess we got Ebert and timeout by them.
Timeout called by Arlington Catholic with just over half minute to go in the game.
What's funny there is
timeout Cougars.
The Cats didn't really line up in anything different. Sands and Ebert were far split out wide to the right, and you had Spencer and LeBlanc, 41 and 81 here on the where they had been on the weak side, which would be the. So I would expect you got to almost throw this football and you got to throw it into the end zone, and you got to hope that that Michael Lawler makes a good, because if you can get him in some space as well because of his running ability. So now it's just a matter of a good quality snap. Make sure you run the right play. Make sure you know what you're doing, and make sure maybe you slide somebody again. There's still a lot of room deep, and you got to try to take advantage of their being a little bit winded as well. But it's like I said, Chris, you can't ask for more. 28, 21, 37 seconds left. The Cats with a chance to at least tie or at least go to pull within 1. So you got to play. It's a good opening. It's a good opening game for them. Although they did make defensively, they got run around a little bit on some beat by some big long plays. They've done a good job offensively establishing themselves, which I'm very impressed with. Wildcat
cheerleaders have repositioned themselves down outside the end zone in anticipation of a possible score by the Wildcats. So I know that if anything good happens on the Wildcat side of the football, that Sean Tippins' camera will be immediately.
The ball is on the 13-yard line. 37 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter.
All right, here we go. Everything on the line for the Wildcats. 4th and 10.
Okay, so he's got a little bit of different setup here. He's going to rolls
to the right, looks downfield.
He's going wide open. Oh, he missed him.
It's going to be thrown out of the end zone. Incomplete. Tended for Peter LeBlanc.
Arlington Catholic football.
He had LeBlanc open a little bit early, and because he was rolling out of the way, it was tough. That was a tough ball pass to complete. A valiant effort. You still have a couple timeouts, and they'll take a knee or whatever. But interesting to ask Turner later on as we get to have him in the studio on the show is, what was your timeout management thought process that you wanted to run clock until then, or if you had called timeout earlier, you could then try to stop them and get the ball back. So But he's the coach, and he gets to live with that. And the kids did a good job of working their way back. And now they gotta get like 2 stops and quick timeouts, and hope to go from there.
Arlington Catholic football, first down and 10 on the 13-yard line.
The good news is we're still powered by Mayflower Rehabilitation.
And we do want to thank them for their sponsorship of the year on WCTV of Wildcat Football. And if you're interested, if you want to sponsor any of the other athletic events at Wilmington High School, certainly reach out to the studio. We'll be more than happy to entertain the thought. And if you want to come down and volunteer, please do.
So I would imagine with timeouts, they got to run 2 plays. First down ends the game, but this has got to get a quick stop and a timeout. And Arlington Catholic's calling timeout. He must not have dinner plans, George. You know, he must have canceled his 2 o'clock dinner plans. Going, that's the 3rd timeout, 1:15 it is. Am I ever going to make it home in time for lunch? You know, we get timeouts. It's like 100,000 degrees, George. I have to complain. Who do I complain to, George? Come on. They call timeout.
So we still got 29 seconds on the clock.
And I think we still have a full complement of timeout. So a stop.
The scoreboard says 3 timeouts, yeah. So theoretically they could get a punt if they get stopped.
Stop, punt, block punt, touchdown. You never know. Anything can happen. He's going to run the ball. What I would do here is I'd have my quarterback stand in the backfield and run around a little bit and then go down and don't fumble.
Osgood takes the snap, runs to the left, around the sideline where he's been all day, and once again he finds good running room, stop just shy of the first down.
You got to knock him out of bounds. That's
22-yard line.
Another injured player.
Oh.
Or tired
player.
Him? That's the QB1.
Yeah.
He's done great, though. I compliment the kid. Did a great job. Ran their offense, used his speed. They're going to call now. I think you get like 90 timeouts in high school football.
Well, Wildcats still have 2, I believe, unless this was an injury timeout by the officials.
No, we would have taken that timeout. I don't think the scoreboard's doing timeouts, by the way.
Yeah, down the bottom.
Yeah, but it's been 3 like forever.
Oh, okay.
I think they've called like 3-4 timeouts. It's still 3.
Good point.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're down to about 19 seconds, 2nd down and 1. If they can push it over the yard marker, game over. If they can push him back a little bit, call a timeout, they still have a half a shot.
That's true. Anything's possible in life.
It's always good to stay positive.
That's
Jim.
correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. And again, you got to look at the positive. You go back, you look at a film tomorrow. Coach will probably fret that. Oh,
2nd down and 1.
We couldn't contain the big guy, but we did. The Cats did come back, scored 3 touchdowns here in the second half. Moving Lawler back to the quarterback position really helped. They got great. Sella and Lawler and Spencer made a few big catches. It's really good. So maybe they found something they like. And again, if you could get Jake Roque back to quarterback for you, that'll.
And that's the football game.
First down on the play.
First down for Arlington Catholic up over the 25-yard line. The clock will, I guess they're going to call a quick timeout, but the game for all intents and purposes is over. They can kneel on it for a couple more plays, even if the Wildcats call a couple timeouts. They cannot win the game.
They're going to let it
point.
run, Chris. It's running down. Oh, I don't know what the. That's the game.
That's the game, folks. From
That's the ball
Hormel
game.
Stadium in
Catholic
Medford.
wins
Today's final
28-21.
score: Arlington Catholic 28, Wilmington High School Wildcats 21. We want to thank you for joining us for today's game live on WCTV. Hope to see you next Friday night at Alumni Field in Wilmington. But if you can't join us in person, make sure you join us. Join us either on WCTV, the main channel, or on WCTV.org on the live stream. Thanks for joining us today on behalf of George Cox, Sean Tivnan, my play-by-play expert, Jim Boyle. I'm Chris Neville. We want to thank you again. Final score, final time, Arlington Catholic 28, Wilmington Wildcats 21.